Hi everyone, and welcome to the Beetle and Grimm's Home Shopping Network. Today, Shipping Goblin George here is gonna let you know about the amazing selection of officially licensed Dungeons & Dragons jewelry that we've made available.
Yes, water-deep, shiny faction tokens, shiny dragon coins, oh, shiny shark medallion.
They're absolutely beautiful, aren't they? Oh, and here's an update. As a special offer for today only, if we don't sell 10 pieces by the end of this commercial, George and I will both be killed.
Seriously?
Not to worry. 10 very reasonably priced pieces of D&D jewelry is not a problem. I'm sure no one wants us to die. How much money you got on you?
Oh, bones, lint, more bones.
Come on, $15 for 3 dragon pieces. We get the ball rolling.
Oh, okay. Ooh, more bones. $15.
There you go.
I was saving that for lunch.
Oh, sale number 1, baby. Here we go. Dam's broken. Let's go. Run!
Hello, and welcome to Band of Badgers. Hello! Thanks for joining us as we play Tomb of Annihilation by Wizards of the Coast. My name's Joe, and I'm going to be your DM for this evening. Say hello to the players as well. Hello, players!
Hi!
Did you?
Hi.
That sounded like you read that, Joe. Say hello to the players.
Yeah. I meant to say, these are the
Say
players.
hello.
Say hello to the players. I'd also like to say a big thank you to our special guest for the evening, Alan Patrick. So thanks for joining us.
Good
to be here.
Alan is a D&D Adventure League manager, content writer, and also definitely not an owlbear.
Definitely not.
I mean, the jury's still out.
There is no jury. I took care of that problem.
Sounds like something an owl would say.
I'd also like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Beetle and Grimm, for all their ongoing support with the channel. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Also, a big thank you to our other sponsor for Tomb of Annihilation, Gale Force 9. So big thanks to those guys as well.
Thank you. Gale Force 9.
Thank you all. We here at Band of Badgers have also organised a ton of great giveaways and discounts for yourselves. So you should see the discounts scrolling along below myself now. So head over to all of those other places to get some bits and pieces off as well. To keep things interesting, we're once again going to be giving away interactive channel points, the inspiration even. So all you need to do is use your channel points, highlight your message, and say !inspire. And once 5 people do that, then one of the players here will get inspiration. So, yeah.
How much was that, Joe?
I believe it's 500 channel points. If I remember correctly.
I have enough. Good.
Yeah. And yeah, so once 5 people have put !inspire using a highlighted channel points, then our moderators will cast a vote to be able to get one of our players or our guest some inspiration, or even myself maybe if you like.
You don't need inspiration.
Yes.
The DM's still a player.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you need an update? Thank you.
Please head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe there. Also, if you have Twitch Prime, subscribe here as well, please, because that is of great help and helps us to carry on providing brilliant content that you see whenever you're on the Packages channel. Let's have a look at who we've got in Twitch and get some shout outs. Is Ryan in chat already? Don't think he is yet. I was going to say it's his birthday today, so I'm going to say happy birthday to him.
Yeah.
Aww.
You got to give him another 20 minutes, and then he
I
gets
know,
home from
and
work.
they'll wake up. And so yeah, big shouts go out to the Maguire review. Hello, Josh.
Josh.
Shouts go out to, I think, Stacey, you've got a couple of friends in here as well.
People like me. Who knew?
Did you just vote for yourself again? Is that why?
Yeah, I think she did.
They're not all accounts I've made that I'm now
Not
just
all
on my
of them.
phone
Not
sitting
all
there
of
like,
them.
yay, me.
Shouts go out to Casino, thanks. Chester 007. Kazurok. Yeah.
Right, we have just lost all desktop audio. 1 second. And then they're back. There we go.
Hey.
Hello. We now have vocals again.
Nice. There we go. Right. So, it's that time once again where we hand over to Cork for his summary of the previous session.
Oh, okay. We're still doing this. Okay.
We haven't actually stopped doing it, I don't think.
Oh, wow.
We didn't do it last time, so
No, because your audio dropped out last time. So
yeah. Okay.
Do you
What
remember?
did we do last time? Cork diary. I've lost the pages. I can't remember what page I'm on. We finally found and entered the tomb. We had an unfortunate incident walking into the tomb where all of Zagmira's friends mysteriously died in unforeseeable circumstances. We're all very sad for the loss of the nameless red shirt characters. Cork found a sarcophagus, opened it up, found a ring, and with the ring, I had a koala spirit jump inside me. I now have an internal koala. We also found other animal spirits. They have jumped into my friends. We've all got new voices in our heads now. It's so delightful. Did you know this tomb is full of traps? Oh my god. We walked down one corridor and holy moly, 5 traps. Big bang. Also, teleport spells are a bad idea.
Yes, they are.
We encountered a flaming skull that Sarcus just couldn't talk to. We've also found weird creature with a mask who was hiding in the tomb somewhere. There was big things saying, do not get found by this creature. It's scary. We also complete top level. We now move on to bottom level. Here we go!
Thank you. Yeah. So you find yourself at the top of the stairs leading to the floor below, and standing at the top of the stairs, you get a waft of rotting flesh coming from the darkness below, and the small cracks of light that permeate the floor that you're currently standing on seem to be all but gone in the darkness ahead of you, and it seems to draw you inwards and down, possibly to your doom. The humidity and stench of the rotting flesh is almost unbearable as you reach the bottom of the dusty and crumbling steps. The walls here are lined with mocking devil's faces graven into the walls, and ahead of you is another sign much like the one you saw upon entering the tomb. So if Cork or anyone else would like to read the handout that was given to you.
What is the name of the handout?
Asarak's Second Warning.
Asarak's Second Warning, which looks... It's on a nice plaque this time. Much nicer than the previous warning. Okay. Guys, shiny plaque read. The ring is a path to another tomb. The dead abhor sunlight. Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow as the dead god intoned. Into darkness descend. Oh, if like last one, then each thing is a clue to a certain part of the tomb. We just have to match it to the right thing.
You know, sometimes I think you're not as dumb as you look. And then you speak again, and I realise I was correct all along.
Sometimes I look in mirror and think look as I dumb.
And yeah, so I'll just put you onto the map where you are currently. It's the area is much like the room above. You've got a walkway around the top of the floor descends down again and into darkness below you. And yeah, you can currently see ahead of you a corridor stretching off, and then you've got a walkway around and another set of stairs leading down to the next floor below.
Orc will gently nudge Sarcus further down the stairs.
Go that way.
He just stopped, doesn't he? Everyone else is coming down the stairs, and Sarcus decides to stop at the bottom. It's like a moving escalator. Come on.
All right, which one of you did that smell?
Oh, sorry, sorry. That might just be my shell. Like,
Oh,
sometimes I don't like the indoors that much.
that's nasty.
Sarcus, are you muted? No. Sarcus there.
No, Sarcus is trying to find the map. Sarcus has found the map.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay. Having a look around the floors, does it look like I can see any footprints or any dusty or?
Yeah, so roll me a check for you. 2 seconds, just loading up. Either an investigation or a survival as well. I suppose if you're a ranger, you've probably got tracking with the survival skill. So yeah.
Let's go with the survival. Let's say 27.
Nice. So yeah, you do see footprints in the dirt. There's a lot of dust and detritus on the floor, and you do notice a lot of movement of feet. There's smaller footsteps and also some rather large prints as well. They all seem humanoid in nature, but you can tell that there's a distinct recent set of footprints leading into the hallway corridor ahead of you.
This one here.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I'm gonna carefully make my way, slowly, looking to our walk to the edge, and peek round the corner to see what I see.
Yeah,
I
so
see.
certainly.
I'm not quite there. I'm just kind of poking my head out. Oh, I can see a long corridor with a sarcophagus at the end, guys.
Yeah.
Can I see that, Joe?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps someone else should look in this sarcophagus.
And there's a big scully thing that's glowing.
Oh goodness, another glowy thing.
Glowy thing.
Right.
And it looks like there's some paths that lead off to the left and right of the corridor as well.
That's correct. Yeah, and you do get
about halfway down.
You get a smell of a sweet wine on the window, on the air wafting out from the corridor.
It smells like Malbec. or a fine rosé, if I'm not mistaken.
Very good. But did anyone bring glasses? I mean,
I reach into my backpack and pull out 2 silver
perfect.
glasses.
I knew you were
Always
around for a
prepared.
reason.
Those in there this entire time.
I'm sure I probably got some cheese in here as well.
Glassware and cheese.
So that skull that you can see is another skeleton, much like the one that
that did so well last time.
Yeah, the one that's got the weird metal shaped pieces shoved in its head.
The literal skeleton key.
Yes. Yeah. And once again, it doesn't seem to notice you. It seems to just be sort of standing at the back of the room, sort of twitching and jutting about and shuddering. Yeah.
Clancy,
Okay.
we seem to be stuck on the stairs. Can we keep moving? Cork, have you got a problem? Did you find some chewing
Cork will
gum or
do
something?
the high need comical creeping towards, try not to tread on any traps, over the top, ooh, and make it up to Sarcus.
Yeah, I'll Seamus will scamper behind Cork.
Just look
as
at
is
Cork
tradition.
going.
That's okay, and I'll follow behind. I'll be behind Seamus. It's okay.
And I follow.
Just
At a
slowly
normal
creeping up.
walking pace.
So, do we want to go down to the sarcophagus, or do we want to go down the other stairs?
Cork says, "Follow the wine."
Yeah, I mean we're here. Seemed childish not to, go to an obvious trap.
Thank you. Somebody said it.
Okay. I'm going to take out my bow and kind of gently walk down and avoid any obvious traps.
Yeah.
Until I get to the crossroads, till I get to about here, not to about there.
Yeah. So as you get to the 4-way intersection, the corridors to the north and the south slope and curve upwards out of sight, but with no rails or steps or any other ways to sort of hold on or anything. There is a corpse to your left of a half-human, half-goat type creature in robes that's sprawled 10 foot to your left, and it grips a staff tipped with a bronze goat head. Standing in front of the body is a large dragonborn adorned in plate mail who turns to look at you as you enter into the area.
Miss, are you going to go forward?
I take it he's seen me.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Sort of growl and
So
look at
cunning.
you. Step in
Fred-
the more to the center of the hallway between you and the body.
Friend of yours? Point at the body behind you.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And whatever you're here to do, you're not going to take him.
Oh no, I wouldn't dream of taking your friend.
Ooh.
Then why are nothing good resides in these halls?
Well, we're good. Me and my buddy Seamus here.
Oh yeah.
Seamus. Oh, right, there we go. He's just round the corner. He's a little shy and very little.
Ah, there we go. Oh, I see. Hi. So, what are you doing here?
My allies and I have been here for far too long. My allies are unfortunately no longer with me.
Oh, did you lose them? What happened to them?
This place happened to them. There is no escaping from this. I've been here for far too long.
Well,
Have you tried using stairs?
These halls are madness.
If you just go along the corridor up the stairs, the entrance is just there. We've just come from there. It's fairly easy. I could draw you a map.
We pushed through the halls. We went down. That's not the best idea. We ended up coming back up through here, and what eventually befell us was this place is madness. It's the best way I can describe it.
Ooh. How many of you were there?
Well, there's
5. Eventually 3. And now me.
What happened to friend?
Orc, do you really need to know the answer to that one?
Yes. If he got killed by trap, I want to know their trap.
There are a number of traps. Unfortunately, the curse took this one. With his new form, he wasn't able to defend himself against those undead monstrosities, and here we are.
We're here to stop that. That purpose, that Cork purpose. Also, he hired by Seamus. But Cork purpose here to stop first thing. I'm Cork, by the way. Who are you?
Elrad. I sort of look around, and I'm just trying to sort of take stock. I haven't quite decided where I sit with a lot of you, so I still have my weapon out and in between myself and all of you.
if you wanted a name, Elrad the Lonely. Huh?
I've answered to worse.
Obo will continue walking past everyone. Look down at the conversation. Hello, mate. I'm just going to have a look down here. And continue to there.
That turtle friend. His name Obo.
So
he good. She not good. We pretty evil.
What have I done?
Please
tell me what I have done.
You don't. A lot of you don't currently have the stink of undeath, and I don't see those horrible robes on you. I'm gonna regret this. Maybe we should pool resources. Stay together.
Cork like pools.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll warn you, they're not the brightest.
To be fair, anything bright down here doesn't last very long. They're attracted to light.
You see,
I have a feeling you're going to fit right in.
Who's they?
Us, them.
You haven't seen those things that crawl along the walls? They flit between the stones?
Oh, spiders.
Uh-oh.
And worse.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what's worse than a spider.
I can think of a few
You'll
things,
find out.
She says, eyeing up Cork.
Spiders made of bone?
Bony spiders.
So Obo, as you get closer to the room, you get the strong of wine becomes sort of almost overbearing, and you see in front of you a checkerboard marbled floor and a gilded coffin that sparkles in the sunlight that's streaming down from above the chamber, which arches around 12 foot overhead. 4 huge stone gargoyle heads with their mouths agape protrude from the walls to your left and your right. And because you've got Moa's spirit currently residing inside yourself, you hear inside your head that Moa sort of points out that this room doesn't have the same imagery and signs of the other gods, Sarcophagus and rooms that you've been in previously.
Oh, hello. It's been a while since I heard back from you. I know we were talking in the other room, but you went a bit quiet. I didn't know if you'd gone. I'm just going to walk up to the doorway and... Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, there's no like lift or anything in this room. I get you now. So, tell me, Moa, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's just an observation that this room seems different to the others.
Seamus, who's he talking to?
I was about to ask the same thing.
I don't know.
He got animal inside him. Like,
If you go on about your damn koala again, I'm going to cry.
don't insult Koala. Koala, great friend. He cling to me. like bamboo.
That's what koalas do.
So Moa, what I'm gonna do is, I think I'll probably cast detect magic just in case there's like any magical traps, because we've seen a lot of different things up there. So if I look that way, like Moa, if you keep an eye out that way, maybe we can cover both sides of the room, like.
Yeah. So if you want to cast detect magic, you do notice that there is magic radiating from the ceiling itself, where the light is emanating.
Oh, so the sunshine kind of twinkle. That's okay. That's not real. Then that's just magic. Okay. Look about the floor. Is there anything on the floor, or the walls, the gargoyle heads or anything?
The gargoyle heads themselves, you don't get the feeling that they're magical. It's mainly just this emanating light from above that you get the overwhelming sense of.
And I'll look back down the corridors. Hey, new Dragonborn dude, have you been in this room?
Not yet.
What
We
about
didn't
your
make
friend?
it there.
Did your friend go in this room?
We tried to take shelter here in this hallway.
Oh, it didn't work
Things
out
caught
so
us from
good?
behind.
Oh
No.
I'm
Well,
sorry to
I
hear that, but
found-
I think someone should maybe go in here.
Did you say there was sunlight coming from above?
Yeah,
this
can
room?
you see the light? This is shining down from the ceiling, but it's magical sunlight. Can you see
Dead
it?
aboard sunlight.
Do a pause.
Clue from riddle. Clue from riddle. Dead aboard sunlight. Maybe block
Hey.
out sunlight.
Something just happened. That thing over there moved.
What
And now it's
Thing,
gone
what,
back.
where?
I don't know what happened, but I'm sure that just moved.
What
I was looking at that thing, like, you see the skull over there, but the other side, and then I turned around to talk to you, and I went back, and it had
Turtle.
moved. You know, like one of
Turtle,
those
please
like
tell
whisper
us
things,
what
and then I
the
went back,
thing
and it was
is.
going back again,
Oh.
and it was really weird. Did you just see that? It definitely
my-
moved.
Guys, Turtle got mad.
Gone?
Moa,
mean they're not normally
Moa,
like this?
You tell them it moved.
I'm
Guys,
going to go see what he's talking about. Excuse
Talk.
me.
Turtle got mad.
I wander over to try and see what on earth this oboe is on about in this room.
So yeah, you do see the skeleton at the back of the room, the skeleton key, should we say? And
I'm
it's
telling you,
sort of
zigzag, it moved.
Oh, we need to go kill that thing. Cork will step into the room
Cool.
and move one square in. No, in all fairness, it is so that
In all
If I
fairness,
do-
come on.
if I do tread on anything, it is so Joe has a moment to go, oh, by the way, you trod on this.
I love your apprehension. It's amazing.
Dagmira thinks in her head, I wonder how long it's going to take him to connect the sunlight and the thing he needs to kill.
5 goldie dozen.
I'm not going to take that bet because I honestly think he won't.
Ooh, Cork had thought. Before Cork go further, Obalaka, what do you say about plays, Mr. Koala?
The koala god is silent.
He's
Hey,
asking
Moa,
for one
can you talk to the
second.
koala god?
Koala's gone to sleep at the moment. They sleep long time during day.
Yeah, I didn't get any message from my one, so I don't think they can talk to each other. Maybe that's why they need us, like.
If I have feeling, due to Riddle, that if Cork tried doing something with Skeleton, which is moving back in the room now,
It's moved
Tortle made it
again!
not bad.
Yeah.
Did you see that? I told you it moved. Now it's moved to the back of the room.
Cork will walk up alongside the sarcophagus here, if that's okay. Yeah.
Yes, certainly.
And I'll kind of step in there with him, like.
If Cork observes the sarcophagus, can he spot anything?
So you can the outside of the sarcophagus is just it's just a normal coffin. It doesn't have any intricate designs on it or anything along those lines, and it looks like it's just got a hinge on one side of the lid.
Don't do anything with sarcophagus just yet. Let's figure out Riddle. Maybe take skeleton, maybe kill skeleton. Skeleton afraid of light, that's why it move away.
Oh, they're drawn to the light, and it will be destroyed.
The reading was the dead abhor sunlight. I wonder if good idea to turn off sunlight or not, since the sunlight scaring dead things.
Well,
Is there a light switch?
You know,
Hang
I'm
on.
kind of all for killing random undead things, but you guys seem a little bit death happy. I mean, it hasn't even attacked us yet.
Yet.
Well, I'm just saying,
it will.
might not be bad.
Thought occurred to Cork.
And I might be an elf.
Is it an elf?
Are you an elf?
He doesn't look like an elf.
I'm gonna go with no.
He doesn't smell like an elf.
Cork will just step back into the corridor and then try and talk to the koala again. Does the koala speak up?
Paul does not talk to you, no.
Okay. Cork thought, maybe spirit animals don't like the sunlight because they're technically dead. But no, Cork wrong. Koala just sleeping.
I am so glad we figured this out.
And Elrad, is Elrad your name? Did you say?
Yes.
That's really rad, man. I like that name. So you didn't make it in here at all? You never saw this skeleton? You didn't see this sarcophagus thing?
I caught a glimpse of it as we escaped into the side passage, but my ally succumbed to his wounds, and I've been biding my time. I've been hearing this, but where there's one, there's 100. Such has been my experience.
Okay, that seems like a very odd warning. Cork, considering just smashing the skeleton, but have a feeling bad stuff will happen.
All right. Well, has anyone tried? Does anyone have that spell that makes light happen?
Well, there's already light streaming down from the ceiling itself. There's a dome atop the ceiling that's right above the sarcophagus that is casting daylight into the room.
Okay. One of three things could happen. 1, beat up skeleton. 2, smash sarcophagus or open sarcophagus. Either one. 3, smash light. Which one we want to do, guys?
So
as Cork gets his maul.
The magic light that's coming down from the ceiling, does it come from a particular thing, or does it just come from the ceiling down?
It's from a overhead sort of inward arch that's just sort of streaming sunlight.
So if it's magic, what I'm just wondering is if I kind of direct a little bit of dispel magic up there, kind of thing.
Yeah, you can certainly. You can certainly try to dispel magic, and yeah. So as you cast the dispel magic, the room is cast in darkness, so it just dispels the sunlight itself, and you're now standing in a darkened room.
Great. Now it's dark.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sure you can all still see perfectly fine.
If Cork observes the sarcophagus, does he spot anything new about it?
No. It's got, well, apart from the fact that it's not glimmering or glistening at all, like it once was underneath the.
Should we try and open it, Cork? Should we have a look inside?
No point you and me doing it. We've got spirit animals. Someone else without spirit animals should do it.
Yeah, but they don't seem to be doing anything, do they? So should we just keep pushing the story forward? We're opening the sarcophagus.
Sure.
You've only got 2 hours.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Seamus will go up and try and open the sarcophagus.
Okay.
The mighty halfling.
I'll have my sword.
The sarcophagus itself offers no resistance, and when you open it, on the inside, in the middle of the sarcophagus, there's just a little plaque that reads "Drown your sorrows."
Back on the wine again. So you. Okay.
Ooh.
There's nothing in there apart from drown your sorrows.
No.
I'm going to have a look at the gargoyle mouth Do they? Any of them look like they've had any like liquid or anything dry?
Yeah, if you
in the
could
mouth?
do a investigation check for me, please.
Oh dear God. That is a mighty 14.
Yeah, so when you look into the mouths of the large gargoyles, you see a big sort of bung like stopper.
Oh.
Huh.
Pearl it.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get one of my silver glasses at the ready, and I'm gonna pull the stopper out and have it ready. So when my glass is full, I'll put it back in.
Could
Oh, this is a bad
you,
idea.
Zagmira and Obo, please make an athletics check for me, please?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh,
Athletics. Did you
There
say
you go.
acrobatics?
I rolled an 11.
Zagmira drowns.
Great.
Yes, I rolled a 5.
Oh,
Nope.
sorry.
Sarcus
Sarcus
drowns.
drowns.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you pull the stopper out, yeah, just
Never listen to
this
Cork.
red liquid just starts pouring out of the mouth of the gargoyle and pushes each of you just back down the corridor as wine just comes pouring out of the mouth of the gargoyle.
Holy crap.
And it just runs all the way down the corridor and over the edge of the side of the open
Apologies,
area.
my lady.
Yeah, you're all just drenched and covered in wine.
Cork a point and go, ha ha!
No.
Do you think each cork has a different flavour?
Cork have a very good flavour, personally.
Should we try that again? That was quite fun.
No. I prestidigitate myself clean. No!
I just shake myself in that.
I get covered in more wine because Obo shakes and I prestidigitate myself clean.
My lovely green rangery leather has now turned a kind of like a purpley colour.
You do notice that there seems behind, as you were pulling out the stopper, you did seem to see a sort of crawl space going off and beyond.
Oh, I've been in a mouth before and it didn't end well last time.
Yeah, I've also had experience of being in a mouth.
So has the wine run out, or is it still gushing out?
Yeah, no. So there was a set amount that just flooded out and flowed down the corridor itself.
Did I manage to keep any in my wine glass?
I'd say you'd be able to wring some out of your clothes, probably.
Clothes wine.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn my back to Lady Jessica and wring some into the silver cup and then hand it to her. There you go, my lady.
Lady Zagmira.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like being drunk right now is the only thing that's going to get me through this ordeal with you. So fine.
So all the other
The drink of the
gargoyles.
dead, are you sure?
Yes, I suppose that's a point.
Cork will realise that, you know what, I don't think that skeleton has anything to do with the room. I think we need the key the skeleton has. So Cork, gonna try and take... is the key actually part of the skeleton, or...
It is, yes.
Cork gonna smash the skeleton.
Yeah, with the last one, they've got such low hit points and initiative that I just let you guys kill it because it was just not worth rolling for it. So yeah, as you hit the skeleton, it just disintegrates into tiny pieces, and its head seems to shrink down into the size of a small key. So.
Guys, the key skeletons have nothing to do with the wine. It's fine.
Wait.
Cork. Cork will go over to this statue over here next to Obo, and we'll pull. Is there another thing in there?
Yeah, there is.
Cork will go, good luck, and then pull it and jump back.
Can
Jump back.
Obo, Zagmira, and Sarkis roll acrobatics checks again for you, please.
Oh, acrobatics. I rolled in athletics. Apologies.
Done that.
14 for me.
Oh, I actually have a +1 on my acrobatics.
Nine.
And it's worse.
See you later.
So, are you? Did you say athletics or acrobatics?
I did both, and they're both terrible.
Yeah, I said athletics the first time around. I think I actually said acrobatics, but I'll let you take either in this instance.
Either. Okay. Athletics then.
My patience is very thin.
Nice. Okay.
Just think, there's only 2 more plugs to go. We're bound to have to stand on our feet by the 3rd one.
As you pull the stopper out of this one, the wine once again comes rushing out, but in amongst it, there's a creature that seems to be riding around, and as you as the wine dissipates from the room, you're left standing facing a creature that almost looks like it's made of wine.
my dream.
Oh no.
And can each of you roll initiative for me, please?
Ooh.
Core created jelly, baby. I don't think I'm going to get higher than that, but I will use my advantage. I actually rolled higher. Excellent.
Was it Zagmira that was outside the room as well, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Shall I move back outside?
Yeah.
Okay, going back. Boom. There we go. All right.
Ooh, 24. Yeah.
Oh.
There we go. Right. So
Is a weird wine thing here? Look.
Oh god, it's huge.
Tell me,
Pronounced wine weird.
tell me the creature itself is like wearing an oversized like name tag.
yeah, I'm not sure why they haven't got an image for this one. So.
Is it wine worm?
Wine weird. It's basically a wine elemental.
Okay.
Awesome.
Finally.
We found an alcohol element, guys.
Beautiful.
Don't kill it.
Don't kill it.
Don't kill it. You can't have it as a pet.
Are you hoping to milk it?
Oh.
Wine milk. That just sounds terrible.
It's like some mechanical lift. It's one on wine.
You're up.
Oh,
You're
okay.
You're up first.
I'm going to run towards and say, "Are you here to hurt us?" And I have my sword in front of me.
It doesn't answer, unfortunately.
Oh, look. The thing without a mouth can't speak.
How rude.
All right. He might have mind talking skills.
You know, I think you just ought to get those glasses out. That seems the best way to deal with it.
What are you going to drink it to death?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Thrust the glass into the wine weird.
Yeah.
I attack it with straw. It's super effective.
I'll take it, guys.
Curly straw doubles as a mace.
Yeah. Yeah. So, are you gonna attack it, or are you just trying to talk to it?
I'll try and communicate with it, and then I'll secretly try and just sleight of hand my wine glass into it to see if I can siphon the wine out. I do have sleight of hand.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you do not get any wine out of the wine weird.
I love that the wine elemental rolled a 1 on its initiative, so we each get to try a stupid thing to it.
Well, I'm out of ideas, guys.
Cork, you're up.
Cork What would Cork do with a wine elemental? This is a weird question I never thought I'd have to ask. Aside from being stunned, I tell you what, I'm going to let everyone else have a creative crack at this, and I will hold my action till after Seamus's go. as Cork is just going to be stunned.
Zagmira, you're up.
I'm going to move forward 30 feet because I'm not scared of a giant puddle of wine.
You
casually ignore the dead guy in the corner.
Well, you say that, but it's definitely corked.
Hey! I cast prestidigitation to clean up the wine.
This is going to be the disastrous moment where it hits one of us for 100.
What wine? You're trying to clean up the actual wine weird itself? Or...
I mean, it worked for my dress.
Sound logic.
It doesn't cost me anything.
I don't think that's going to work, unfortunately.
That's okay. I know that. I'm smart enough to know that. I'm just trying.
Elrad? I actually want to try and hit it.
Oh, dear. What, me? Do I want to try hit it? Oh, I can toll the dead, I guess.
So you need me to do a strength save, is that right?
I'm sorry?
Are you doing...
Yeah, sorry. I was looking. I didn't hear us move forward. Yeah. Okay. So in this case, I'm just like I'm frustrated. Like everything that I've seen here in the tomb so far has not worked out to the benefit of myself and my allies. Now I have new allies who seem to be wanting to talk to something that I'm pretty sure just wants to kill us. So. Yeah, I'm gonna Thunderous Smite. So I need a DC 14 Strength save.
Cool.
I'm pretty well convinced that a greatsword isn't going to do much to a creature made of pure liquid.
18.
Oh yeah, you're good. It was worth a shot.
Oh yeah, totally.
So it is going to be half damage. So we're going to need. It looks like it's going to be 3 points of thunder damage.
Cool.
Big money.
Obo, yeah. Have you got anything else that you need to do?
No, I'm just going to stand right up next to it.
Cool. Obo, you're up.
I'm gonna turn and face this weird wine behind me, and I'm gonna get all kind of stern and serious as much as Obo can, and then I'm gonna put my hand up in front of it to face it, and then the gem in my head is going to glow just slightly, and in very serious, unfashionable Obo voice, I'm gonna say, "Stop," and I will cast. Shape water, and I will freeze it.
Okay. Does it need to do any saves, or is
it doesn't actually say anything like that? But this is like a liquid monster.
Yeah.
So I would say it's DM's discretion to say whether it's cool or not.
I'll allow it.
And
yeah,
then you
I'll
see, and in my mind, if it freezes like the Terminator, liquid Terminator, and I can go
smash it.
You can swing away, man.
Yeah. Remember that didn't work to the liquid Terminator.
No. It did. It smashed it, but then it came back. But let's do one thing at a time. If you didn't remind the DM about that, we might have gotten away with it.
If Cork remembers the legendary tale of the liquid Terminator in this fantasy setting,
it works until I have to have some crazy dreams.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll allow it. So yes, it's
stop.
You see it sort of slowly like crystallize and freeze and stop moving and stand perfectly still where it
There's a
is.
slight look of horror on my face as I watch wine freeze in front of me.
Is it red?
Yes,
Yeah.
It is red.
it is.
Oh, wine cubes. Ooh.
Quick, Cork. You should try
Wine
and
icicle.
give it a big smack now, Cork. Just use all your strength. Put a big whack into it. We need to smash it to pieces.
Okie dokie. I've held my action until after Seamus, so I'll do that once Seamus has done something.
Yep.
So is it Seamus's go now?
Yeah, it is.
Is
Yeah,
it?
okay, cool.
Is there such a thing as a wine ice lily?
I mean,
Yeah, but I
Maybe.
think it's usually white.
Yeah.
A winesicle.
You can get prosecco ones.
so I mean, Seamus isn't the smartest tool in the box, so he was just going to attack it anyway, as it was just
He's
pure
gonna
wine.
set it on
So
fire.
Yeah, well, it doesn't change. So yeah, Seamus is going to run up and attack it with the quarterstaff, and it is going to roll. Come on, it's going to roll an 18 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Yeah, and that's going to be 11 damage.
Nice. Yeah, so as you sort of, is this a punch or a kick, I'm assuming? As you do so,
This is the quarterstaff, yeah.
yeah, so as you
Sorry.
whack your quarterstaff into it, you see the sort of, it start to split and splinter, and then it just explodes into tiny little shards of wine, frozen wine pieces.
Okay.
And it's gone.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Role-playing way to kill something. Well done.
Yeah, I like it.
You, little one, I like you. That's the right response.
Yep. Okay. So then Seamus is going to wander over to this other gargoyle, and he's going to pull out the... Oh, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Apparently you can't hear. Also, so I forgot
Yeah.
to mention earlier on, we got kind of wrapped up. Stacey, you've got inspiration. So
Whee!
from the voting.
It means I have
Oh, yeah.
two now. I'm collecting them like trophies.
We need to be stood behind you, because that's the way to do it. Can't just you on your own.
So, except we're not in combat anymore, are we?
Not currently, no.
No. Okay, cool.
So
So
you
then,
are free to move around if you wish to do so.
okay. So yeah, I'm gonna actually get my familiar. I'm gonna cast Find Familiar, and I'm gonna get Immy the Imp to do it.
What's
Instead.
open another one of the?
Yeah. So I'm gonna stand over here, and he's gonna open the one on the far corner.
Okay, are you letting the others know that you're going to do this prior?
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Like-
yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Can I hold on to that pillar that I'm standing next to? I see Seamus doing it. I'm like, oh no. Just hold on.
I'm just going to brace myself in the corridor.
Yeah, I'd assume that you've all sort of know that that's happening and have figured out the flow of the wine, and yet again, as the cork opens, another wine weird enters into the room.
Okay.
Okay.
In which case, we may as well do the last one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So this time I'm gonna open it as me, just standing here.
Yeah.
Why?
Mm.
Why are we opening? Oh,
Yeah, again, same thing happens. Another wine weird appears in the room after the wine itself has dissipated out the main corridor.
great. I just get soaked in wine
Ugh.
again.
Yep. Enjoy.
So much wine.
Yeah. So just as I'm imagining, just as you've kind of stepped yourself up and you're ready to go, all of a sudden another torrent of wine just knocks you down.
Yeah, I've just been whacked by 3 torrents of wine now. Just like,
Yeah, pretty much.
I must smell beautiful.
Oh yes.
To the right audience? Sure.
You
Whiny.
smell amazing.
And I will keep the wine weird in the same position as previously. So, new round. So, Sarcophagus, you're up first.
No point drinking. Drinking no good for you.
Yeah, we realize. I'm just going to advance the one in front of me, and as I have my long, I'll take a swing with my long sword, two-handed. A 15.
Hits.
Okay, doing 2 points of damage. And then with my second attack, I'll reverse the swing and swing down on it again on a 15, doing an amazing 5 points of damage. Oh,
Nice.
so good with a sword. I'm unbelievable. That's like...
Cork, you're up.
Cork will basically repeat the action that Sarcos has done. So Cork's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to this corner here. And he's going to recklessly maul the thing. Full reckless mauling with advantage and everything. 21.
Yeah, hits.
It's 20 damage.
Nice. So yeah, as you hit into the wine fiend itself, your maul seems to pass through it, but it does seem to let off a lot of spray as you do so, as it hits into it with the maul.
Like a puddle.
Yeah.
Cork will hit it. Cork will hit it again.
Splash, splash, splash.
Yeah.
Splash! Splash, splash, splash! Just merrily swinging up and down on it. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
That is another 20.
Wow, nice. So yeah, how do you want to do that
Nice.
one?
Cork will splat it into oblivion and just like basically it's like he's no longer really swinging the maul as much as he is like a child jumping up and down in the puddle going yeah. You've activated my trap because I now get a bonus attack and I've got movement. I'm going to go smack up the other one. Cork sees another giant puddle, an even bigger puddle, just like my son does. And he's going to go up to it and go, yeah! And he's going to do everything again. That is a natural 20.
Nice. Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
When I said I wanted to hit the booze tonight, this is not what I meant.
Hey.
I've been thinking about that for 10 minutes, guys.
That is 36 damage.
Wow.
Oh my days.
Wow.
We're having a night on the tiles.
Cork literally sees the bigger puddle, and from one puddle goes and just jumps full pelt into the next one. It goes yeah, and just boom.
Mm-hmm. I'd imagine your pupils are all super dilated and you're just way into it.
Oh yeah.
Cork might be drunk by the end of this.
So, you're up.
Oh, dear.
Zagmira?
Zagmira is going to call from the room, is it dead yet? The corridor. Covered in
Oh,
wine.
having fun!
Great. She's going to clean herself off. And since Cork's having fun, she's just going to go and hide round the corner of here. So she stops getting pelted with wine. And she's just going to chill out here for a bit. Just be like, you know what? They're fine. They're having fun. I don't need to waste my spells with this.
Elrad, you're up.
All right. Well, following Cork's lead, because clearly Cork and I are of similar mindsets, I'm also going to walk up to the wine weird, and with my great sword, I'm going to attempt to do horrible things, but we will see.
just don't
Finding
hit
out
Cork,
the
that's all
sheep.
I ask.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
All right. So there we go. Yeah, probably not so much with an AC of 10.
No, unfortunately, it misses. So yeah, you go to swipe for the one weird, and it almost sort of flows out of the way of your weapon as it comes flying past it.
Well, there is that. I do have a second attack, though, so that is good. Come on, thing. Work with me. All right, I'm hitting it, and it does not seem to want to go. There it is.
There it goes.
Now my button popped up. How's an
Nice.
AC of 25 sound?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And there's no need to roll for the damage because how would you like to do that?
Well, all right.
You left it on one hit point, Cork.
Nice.
Sorry to steal that
good.
one from you. There we go. We're gonna get along fine. Maybe there's more to this survival thing than I gave you credit for.
Cork reaches out as he's jumping up and down, and that reaches for both your arms, so we jump up and down the puddle together.
I'll lean into this. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Jangling plate mail and wine splashing everywhere. It's a gory fest.
Oh God! Oh God!
So yeah, now the wine is all sort of the floor's almost sticky like a pub at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning after all of the wine's been.
Makes that weird squeak under your feet. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, each of the gargoyles' mouths are now empty. There's no wine flowing out of even. Maybe just the odd drip here and there of the chin. But, yeah.
So you said there's crawl spaces. Is there crawl spaces in all of them?
There is the ability to climb into each of the mouths themselves. If you wish to do so, I can tell you what you'd find behind each of them.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to send my imp rather than go myself. I have bad memories of sticking my head in places. So
So behind the top two in the north, you just find a crawl space which has got a big vat that can hold a vat of wine,
lots of wine
inside it. The same goes for the one in the southeast, but the one to the southwest, you notice that the crawl space seems to go into the vat, but then also carries on further and out into a room that has another sarcophagus in it, and your imp will tell you that this sarcophagus is surrounded by quite a lot of salt.
Clearly, that's the tequila room.
yes, after wine comes tequila.
Wait. Say again, my people.
Singing the song. I see. Okay, so yeah, I'll relay that back to the group, and but that's all there is. It's just a sarcophagus with a lot of salt.
Yes.
Zagmira yells from the corridor. Are you done yet?
Not just yet.
Never.
Right. I'll just chill here with your dead friend.
I can let you know what the deceased guy is wearing in more detail if you wish to do so.
Yeah, sure. What's the deceased guy
If
wearing?
you wanna, whilst his mate's not in the room, you can rummage
Oh,
through
you
his
can have
clothes.
I mean, he did seem very protective. So, you know.
Shifty.
Yeah.
Shifty, the dead dude. What's he look like? What's he wearing?
Yes.
And for what it's worth, I haven't really registered that you're not with us, so.
So yeah, the deceased gentleman is wearing a suit of armor as well, and he's got looks like a number of axes and crossbow bolt wounds across his stained robes. Searching him, you can find a journal. You find out a book and I can put that in your handout for you as well. And on the front of it, it's got the name Devlin, Devlin's journal. And you also find on his person an ink pot and a spell book.
Ooh.
Which I can let you know what spells there are there as well. And obviously, laying next to him is the large staff that has a goat's head on the top of it as well.
I might not get away with taking that without being really obvious.
Oh, look over there.
Yeah.
I'd like to roll an Arcana to figure out what kind of thing it does. If it's just a staff with a goat's head on it, or whether it has magical purpose.
Yeah, you can
I
do so.
rolled a 10.
It is a staff.
Great! I leave it where it is, because I feel it's useless. Fair. I'm more of a wand gal anyway.
The journal excerpts, do we all take a moment to kind of read it and things like that, or do you want me to read it out?
I can put it in your journal. It's reasonably long. It's probably something you'd want to have just to have a read of yourselves in your spare time.
The only thing I notice is that it praises Timora at the end, which is Cork's god.
Oh, nice.
She is Lady Luck. Is there any type of religion check or anything like that I might be able to do that would help me get more information out of this?
Depends on if I show you the diary.
Yeah, the only information that I'd be able to give you is what's included on here.
Oh. You say it depends if I give you the diary. Unfortunately, it's in our handouts. You all see it.
It's fine. Zagmara isn't going to be that much of a.
So as time elapses here, I'd like to jump back in and transition myself down the hallway, head back this way. Just got to check in on my friend. All the wine had washed down here, and seeing Zagmira. One thing that I'd like to mention as I come into the hall here, I actually want to pick up my my ally's corpse, and just explain, like, I leave no ally behind. Where I go, they go. Also, my hands are full. Can you pick that up? And I sort of indicate, like, pick up the staff.
All right. Well, I pick up the staff, which I think is just a stick with a ram's head on it, and I go, "Well, how did you carry everyone else? You said you had a party of 3, 4."
And so as you actually touch the staff itself, you start to feel a sort of tingling sensation on your arm.
Fully bamboozled.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
You get sort of shaggy fur begins to sort of sprout where your hair is, and then these sort of small nubbins start to sort of form on your forehead as well.
Great, I'm a goat.
That's the blessing that Devlin received. It's not as bad as you think.
I'm a goat.
But please, but hear me out. Hear me out. In this way, Devlin remains with us forever.
I'm a goat.
Well, you're still very much you.
Shameless. I'm not sure, but I think Zamira says she's a goat.
I mean, I've always suspected there was something up with her, but
Maybe she could just be kidding us along.
Yeah,
like
and your eyes seem to sort of change their shape slightly as well, and the horns sort of break the skin.
Interesting. This is much faster than it happened with Devlin. Huh.
I'm a goat.
Okay. Well,
that's
but to answer your question, Devlin and I were the only two that were left. No one else made it through. Disintegrations and acid traps, the magma floor, that was terrible. Scythe traps, there were some oozes, there was the giant crushing wheel thing.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Talking.
Well, you asked.
I know. I'm trying to process the fact that I am a goat.
She's mad.
Hey.
You feel the toes on your feet seem to sort of like meld together into two.
Cloven hooves.
Well,
Okay.
since you know this stick so well, does it do anything other than turn me into a goat?
Yeah, so
Fine.
it is a staff of striking. I can tell you that now. That
It gives you the amazing ability of climbing grass,
I'm great at
shooting
climbing
anything
mountains.
that comes into sight, climbing mountains, scaring trolls.
Grants you a headbutt attack too, I think, doesn't it?
Staff of striking. Is it as exactly on?
Yeah, I've put it in your journal as well, so you should be able to see that.
Ooh. Should we get her a bell as a present? Like one of them big jangle bells put around her neck.
I know someone that's got a bell.
Yeah.
I'm going
makes
to
Cork
murder
really
Sorry.
someone is
Cork
going
ate the last
to
one.
die.
Cork ate the
last
last
one?
bell. We'll wait for it to pass through.
Now, for what it's worth, Devlin was not too upset after his transformation began. He never fully became a goat. Here, you can see him.
Yeah.
Is he still part goat?
Yeah, so he is still part human, part goat. So he'll have like human features. His hands are still hands, but his feet are hoofs. He has the horns and the hair still.
What a wonderful permanent transformation this is.
Elrad, for the next 5 minutes, for your own safety, please don't talk to me.
So you're standing a little bit gruff.
So
I'm having
The blessing of Devlin passes into you.
I'm having a very bad, terrible day. Very
Perfect.
terrible day.
Stop bleating about it. We've all got our own problems.
So how many are we going to fit in this?
Oh, I mean, come on now.
10 minutes of goat jokes.
Yeah, I love that.
I mean, we can chew through these jokes all day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, the chap hunter's joining in. He's saying she's goating you. So, you know, it's not just us.
That's it. Can we just leave? Can we go?
Hey.
Can we move on, please?
Yeah.
to the next area?
Yep. So, I want to go and explore the other sarcophagus through the crawl space. So, how big is the crawl space?
the crawl space itself can fit a small to medium creature.
Okay.
But before you go, Seamus, we've got a goat that swims in the sea. Billy Ocean.
Very good. Very good. So small to medium. Yeah. So yeah. Well, obviously I'm small. So
Yes.
I think
I
medium.
need to check what the rest of the height is. So.
I think we're all medium, apart from maybe Cork, who is ginormous.
Cork is medium.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only
Really?
half of. You have
Are
to
you
be.
You stuck it in.
Yeah, you have to be more of a a giant or a Goliath to get a higher level.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a choice. We could either go through the gargoyle things, or there were the stairs back in the other area.
I can move you back if you wish, Matt.
Sorry.
I can move you back unless you are wanting to crawl through, and I can tell you what's in there.
No,
I'm already in there. Yeah. No. I'm absolutely coming in here.
All right. Did the rest of you want to follow Seamus through, or are you going to carry on around?
I'm happy to, if I can get in there with my shell, then
Yes.
I will follow, because I can't see him on the map anyway, so I can't follow him with the camera.
No, I need to move you because there isn't actually the option for you guys to move down there. So, as you crawl through the crawl space itself, it moves, slopes upwards, and you come out into a room where the air here seems to stink of sulfur and brimstone, and the floor of the chamber is covered in a pentagram traced in salt that surrounds a sarcophagus. The lid is covered with figurines of prancing frog-like humanoids.
I think my goat nose is very sensitive because I can smell oboe from here.
Corp, you've got Obalaka in you, right?
He is in me, yes.
So he pipes up that he thinks that the pentagram could possibly do with a bit more salt. And if you've got any, then it's probably worth just sprinkling a bit more on.
Could I make an Arcana check to see why I think this pentagram's been made out of salts? And is it?
I'll relay what Obalaka has said to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, before you carry on, Sarcus, now go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Do I think that the pentagram is there to keep something in, or to keep something out from the pentagram? If I try and make an Arcana check.
Yes, certainly.
Uh, 10.
You would know that it's possibly there to keep something in or out, but you can't ascertain as to which.
Awesome. So this pentagram is definitely here to keep something in or out. I just don't know which.
It's here for a reason.
Let's see what happens.
Any outer protectiony circly type of thing.
Does anybody know how to make...
I'm going to very gently put Devlin's body down and just address everybody, specifically Sarcus, who seems to be studying the area, and say, in all my time here, I have not seen a salt shape like this. What did you call it? A pentagram? What do you think it does?
Well, it either keeps something in the sarcophagus or keeps us out from going into the sarcophagus. It's 50-50, really, you know.
Well, let's give this a shot, shall we?
Then it forms a barrier. We should leave this alone, yes?
No. How would we ever have found anything if we stopped at like a little line of salts? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? As I step towards it.
I mean, surely if you are able to enter the circle of salt, it's not made to keep something out. It's made to keep something in. Logically speaking,
so I've just walked in, so it's perfectly fine.
Could you describe your walking into the pentagram for me?
Have you ever seen Comic Strip Presents Supergrass?
No.
Okay, so there's a bit where there's a policeman who goes, on this side of the road, I'm driving on the right side. And if I step on this side, I'm on the other side. So I'm basically going to do a comedy jump. It goes, on this side, I'm out of the pentagram. And if I jump over the salt line, I'm inside the pentagram. And then try and jump back and go, in, out. See, it's fine.
I think it's important you don't disturb salt line.
Without disturbing the salt line. Because I'm an elf, I'm graceful and everything, innit?
Olaka wants us to complete the salt pentagram, so don't disturb salt pentagram. If anything, it's sealing something, I imagine.
So as you sort of step into the pentagram itself, you feel this thing just hit your chest. And does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Just don't say that again.
So you take 6 damage, and you just see this slice just open up in front of you from the nothingness in front of you. Just this wound just appears on your chest.
So did I manage
that answers that question.
And could you make a dexterity save for me, please?
So hold on, let me get this straight. You jumped in like 10 times and then you got hit. So maybe if we just step in once, we won't get hit like.
Yeah, you're fine.
Or do you get hit 10 times and it just slowly appears over time, you know?
I took that as the first time that you jumped in. Yeah.
So I've got a slashing wound on my chest.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, am I on the inside?
Yeah, that was what the dexterity save was, to see whether or not you fell backwards or disturbed anything.
I'm going to turn around to the group and goes, I think it's definitely a circle to stop us going in.
It didn't do well then.
Well, are you kind of stuck there now, Sarcus? If you come out, do you get hit again, like, or do you have to do it another 10 times?
And
should I jump in with you?
Okay.
Please do, Obo. Please jump in with me.
I'm gonna.
I want to see this.
Oh, no. What would I do? Well, fortune favours the brave. Well, I could try and jump out. Do you want me to jump out?
Better you than me.
Well, I'm sure, you know, because it's magic, like, and I'm sure I've seen these dark magic circles before. So I suggest that as I step forward, what I'm gonna do is kind of go about there, and with my staff, I'm just gonna kind of make a break in the salt line, you know.
God, I'm on the inside.
as you do so, let me.
Sounds like
you notice a creature appear in front of you.
Sarcus.
And
what's happened to you?
You get this. All of you can hear in your heads. This sound is like, I am now free. You are now dead. And the creature just swings its great sword at yourself, Obo.
I duck into my shell like.
Oh my God! That's on the dice.
It's fine.
Yes. 17. Does that hit?
Hold on, got to say that again. Lost my headphone. I lost it in my shell.
Did you really just jump from that?
Does a 17 hit?
No, it doesn't. It's because I ducked. So it was going for my head, and I ducked into my shell, and it missed.
Nice. And I will now get it to roll initiative. Could you all roll initiative as well for me, please? I will update your turn order.
Rourke will roll twice because he has advantage.
I rolled a 19. How fortuitous. But the fishman goes first.
I got 14. Should be 9.
So far, Zagmira's had a terrible day. I'm just saying.
He's not a fishman. He's a slard.
Yeah.
I've read my book.
You know,
Hey, Obo. You know you have giant jewel in head, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember riddle for this?
Yes.
Only a jewel contained the frog.
Is it a
I'm
frog?
fairly sure this isn't a frog.
Well, aren't all statues around the thing frogs? Is that not what you said earlier? Or is that what was described earlier?
Figurines prancing frog-like humanoids.
Okay.
So you're going to offer Obo's head? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
I see nothing wrong with this.
I think I'm kind of using it at the moment.
This day is getting better and better.
Seamus, you're up.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna attack it. I'm gonna run up to it and swing my quarterstaff at it. Excuse me. That is a natural 20.
Nice.
And that'll do 12 damage.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna run along and smack it with my quarterstaff and then follow it up with some kicks as I'm just gonna stamp up it, and then that's gonna be for 22 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Yeah. And that's 6 damage. And then I'm going to do it again. Ooh, that is an 11.
Does not hit. No.
Yeah. So in that case, sorry. Yeah, I'll swing with my staff. Miss obviously, but using the momentum, try and kick out. Oh, actually, hold on. Can I do my unarmed strike if I miss, or is it only if I hit? Where is it? Oh, it's martial art. That's why I can't see it. When I attack, yeah, no, it's just when I attack, not when I hit. Apologies. So that's going to be a 28. I imagine that hits.
Yep.
So that will be a further 9 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Small but mighty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the slard sort of turns, and its frog-like face just makes these weird clicking noises, and then a sort of ball of fire shrieks from in front of it, and an explosion appears behind Oboe. And I'm going to need everyone that's in a 20-foot radius from this point here to make a dex saving throw, please. So
What point?
20 foot, that's basically everyone.
That's going to be everyone.
Yeah.
Is this something I can see, or something? No.
it's a fireball. So
27 for me.
Dex.
Well, everyone who's in my 10-foot aura, you get a bonus of 2 on your saving throw.
I think I'm 10 then.
Nice.
29.
Cool, that's me.
Take dex.
Sorry, Joe, do we determine that I see it coming or not?
I'll say yes, because it's standing in front of you and he's casting it at you. So
I will use my inspiration and re-roll, please.
That
Oh, yeah,
might be a
definitely.
shout. That sounds like a shout. Can I do the same, please?
yeah, certainly.
That's
Booyah!
better.
Hey.
I've got a 16 now instead.
Yeah, that works.
Thanks to the
Oh
plus
my
10,
god! Oh, that's. Oh.
I got
Is that the damage?
That is the damage. Yes.
That's a lot of dice.
So yeah.
Nice.
So you take half damage on a failed on a successful save.
Yay.
What was the DC? 15.
15. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zagmira didn't take it.
No, I did because of the plus
Oh,
2 that
plus 2,
Elrad
yeah.
give us.
So yeah, this ball of fire just hits the back wall and just ignites and just
So
sends
we've taken
fire.
And I hide behind Elrad.
Yeah, but it worked out for you, my goatee friend.
Are we rounding up, Joe? Or rounding down?
Rounding down. So 15.
15. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And Zagmira, you're up.
Dagmira is going to use Mage Hand to put the salt circle back together. Because fuck that. Did it work?
Unfortunately, that would not work. No, it's been pre-disrupted by both Sarkis and Seamus now running around.
I jumped over it. I was graceful. I was elegant.
You were attacked.
I was stupid.
I feel like the exploding fireball might have disrupted it a bit too.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Well, if it seems beyond repair, then yeah. Okay, never mind. I tried.
Let the power of the goat flow through you.
I'm going to remain hiding behind Elrad.
Sarkis, you're up.
I'm just going to attack him one-handed with my bonus action. Just remember that. I'm going to use my Plainier Warrior, and I'm going to point towards the Slard, and I'm going to hit him one-handed with my longsword.
Ooh.
And a natural one.
Could you roll your damage dice for me, please?
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, you can.
Here we go. And a 4, 5.
So you go to swing for the slide, and you just carry on through, and your backswing just clips Oboe for 5 slashing damage.
Sorry. Sorry. And with my, do I get a second action, or have I forgotten that? With oh, good. And following through with my amazing grace, I will then swing round to hit the slard again. Oh no! So the person I hit. Oh crap! Does that mean Obo's going to take the Plainy Warrior strike?
Oh no! What a problem.
No. I choose this slot, so actually. 9?
No.
11.
Hit, unfortunately. No, 11 doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna hold myself in like a guard action over Obo to make it look like I'm helping.
Thank you.
You're
All right, so I will nod at my goat companion here as I stride forward, and I'm just gonna go in, and we'll see if we can give the slot the gift of a greatsword.
To the face.
So attack number 1. That's probably not gonna do much here with an AC of 8.
No, unfortunately it misses.
And I will follow through with a second strike. Looks like this one's only going to be 11. That's what I get for trying to use Great Weapon Mastery.
Unfortunately, they both miss a slightly. It sort of dodges from one side to the other as you swing at him. Slippery little frog-like creature. So, yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Obo, you're up.
Same thing. Well, not exactly the same thing. I will do what I did before. But this time I will create bonfire. Right where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. So dexterity saving throw. You need to beat 17.
Dex save.
Sorry.
15.
Oh, fine. I was going. That's fine. Disadvantage. That's good.
I take the left one always when I'm rolling because I can't. It always rolls with advantage. So.
Yep. So ignore the 20.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So 15 fails. You take 2d8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Where's those pesky dice? Boom. Is there any plus on that? Nope. Did that roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
9 damage.
9. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So you a little sort of fire starts springing up underneath it, and it starts to go like its feet start to crisp up a little bit, but it doesn't seem to take as much damage as you would assume.
You should have slowed the fire down, then it wouldn't have noticed. If you slowly make the frog hot, it doesn't notice.
I will stay where I am, and I'll just keep it there.
Cork, you're up.
Let's disturb the salt, he said. Make a mark in the salt, he said. Cork will run around and come up on... I'm trying to remember. Does advantage work if I'm standing opposite of someone, not a creature?
It depends on what the rules are. I think it's it depends on. Some of them are if you're in melee combat with the same creature. Some are if you're within 5 foot of a friend. Is it pack tactics or?
No, it's not. I was just trying to think if there was a ruling for that. Okay. I may be wrong. Either way, Cork's going to come up on the opposite side of it, and he's going to great and recklessly maul it. Here we go. 17 to hit.
Does not hit, unfortunately. No.
Ooh, holy moly, that thing is difficult. Right, that's bad, because that's quite big difference in armor, which I'm not really going to do much with. I will try again. I failed to hit twice. Okay, that's it. There's nothing I can do.
Cool. Seamus, you're up. I'm going to give you guys a handout of what it looks like as well.
Oh, nice. So yeah, it is going to be the same thing again. I'm going to smack it with my quarterstaff.
Oh yeah, he's a
follow
giant
up.
fishman.
Ooh. Yeah, nice. So that will be an 18.
Yeah, hits.
For 11 damage.
Okay.
23 will hit for... no, not that one. 7 damage.
Yep.
And then... yeah, that'll hit again. 26 in total for 13 damage. And... many... oh, there we go. Oh, I did that. That came out twice. So just the first one, unfortunately, not the crit. For 10 damage, like the last one.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. As you hit it the final time, the creature seems to shrink and sort of fold into itself and turns into just a tiny little frog that begins to hop away to the left of the room in this sort of direction here.
Can we spot anything on that side of the room?
So as it gets nearer to the door, it just seems to disappear through the wall.
Oh, there's a door.
If that's the most frightening thing that can crawl through walls.
Is this one through the wall? Did you see that? Was that like a
They're in the walls.
like a ghost fish? Like it might have been a ghost fish. Maybe that's why it didn't burn.
Quite possibly. I couldn't imagine why a wet, slimy creature wouldn't burn.
Should have added salt to this thing. If we observe, did the creature come out of the sarcophagus, or no, it didn't? It came out of the tear.
Just kind of appeared in just to the side of Sarcus. Like I don't know what Sarcus did.
Well, Sarcus, why don't you open it?
It was you when you just stepped the circle.
I don't know. I think because you was jumping around and you was gonna hit and then maybe it was invisible, and then when I walked up to you and then it appeared in front of you like.
But no blood.
Technically,
no
I guess it appeared in front of me, but it was beside you. So.
We'll find apart from Goat Girl.
I have nothing to do with this. I went nowhere near it.
Well, just saying that Dragonborn Paladin with his dead goat friend, and now we have a live goat friend, and now we're taking lots of hits and damage.
Okay, number one.
Coincidence?
Stop calling me a goat. Number two. Friend is a very, very large stretch of what I am. And number three, never mind. Should we open the box?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the way I see it, a dead goat friend plus a live goat friend means it's a wash, right? Everything's normal.
2 goat friends.
I'm trying to explain that everything here hates us.
All balance.
So you're standing on top of the sarcophagus itself. You notice that there are 12 painted wooden statues depicting grungs, which you guys have met before. So, they just look like ornate carved little creatures.
Hey, we got slime
bonfire, by the way.
Yeah.
Are they laid out in any kind of order, Joe, or are they just randomly?
No, they just look like they're just placed on top of it in willy-nilly. There's no rhyme or reason towards.
Are they part of the carving, or are they just?
No, they look to be freestanding on top of the sarcophagus itself.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a little bag out of my rucksack, and I'm gonna gather all of them up, put them in the bag.
Yeah, that's fine. As you pick them up, nothing happens, and you've now got
Yeah.
12 painted wooden statues depicting dragons.
Have I not seen that film where you lift something up and a big ball turns up? Jesus, what is wrong with me? Okay. Seamus did the last one, so I'm going to do the honours on this one and push the sarcophagus lid off.
Yeah, could you make a athletics check for me, please?
Oh, okay. Athletics, you say?
Yours, please.
Okey-dokey.
Hey.
It's a natural 20.
Nice. And so yeah,
Nice.
you lift up the lid of the sarcophagus and
With
peer
one
inside,
hand.
and we will tell you what you see when we come back from the break.
Christmas.
Coming up next.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Cliffhanger. Dun, dun, dun.
We need the douches. Damn.
We need. Yeah,
I mean, there was no sad trombone there, so we're doing okay.
That's it. So yeah, you guys can run off and grab a drink or what have you. Apart from Alan, because stick around and I'll ask you some. You can
No
obviously-
beverage for you.
If you need to run and grab a drink or anything, then we can.
We can run a very quick ad break. We give you 2 minutes if you need to do a run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say if I can have a brief moment to hit the restroom, that would be
Yeah,
right back.
that'd be cool.
Right, we
Cool,
will
thank
see
you.
you everyone after the break. Spoiler warning, it's pretty much the same as this, so stay tuned.
Hi, everybody, and I'm George.
And we're the shipping goblins from Beetle and Grimm.
And today, we're selling the nameless thing in the cellar.
Stop it. Today, we're here to sell.
It creeps, it crawls, it whispers.
Shut up, George. We can't sell the nameless thing in the cellar.
Why not?
Well, for one thing, it has no name, which is a marketing challenge. Ask the Supreme Marketing Goblin.
Fair point.
And it's gotta stay in the cellar because it's horrible and murderous.
Well, too late for that.
What?
Yep. It's been whispering to me every night for weeks now, down deep in my dreams. And I finally obeyed. Popped open the door this morning.
Popped?
Yep, pop. And out it went. Could be anywhere now, Bob. And it whispered wonderful, terrifying things. Most about killing you.
Now for sale. Nameless thing in the cellar. Murdering comes free.
Whoa.
Hello, we're back. Thanks for sticking around.
We are.
Hey, so how's everyone enjoying it so far?
I'm good.
Let's hit all the traps.
As per usual, just walk through all the traps.
Yep, perfect. Nailing it.
There's two ways to find traps. You're taking the more blunt approach. You still got that drawing of Cork riding a dinosaur.
I was about to draw something on the opposite side. I'm going to try anyway.
So yeah, Alan, thanks for joining us. We do have some questions for Alan already that have been sent in to us. If you've got any in chat as well, please ping them to us. But if you wanted to give us a brief rundown of what your role is, what you do, and whatnot, and I think.
Sure. So outside of boring day job stuff, I mean, I do some creative writing things, and that's a very embellished way of saying I make things up, and then we publish. I mean, really, that's the trick of any good DM or any author, right? We admit that we make things up, and there we go. That said, outside of the creative stuff, I do some work for the D&D Adventurers League. That's the organized play for Wizards of the Coast 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. One of the resource managers, myself and Claire Hoffman. And that just means that we make sure the events get all the resources they need. Our DMs have the resources they need. Once articles and things are ready to be published and pushed out public, that's what I do. Mm-hmm. My role has changed a little bit. I'm going to be doing more sort of behind the scenes, sort of like infrastructure stuff. So I'm going to be doing more with our like DM's Guild layout and things of that nature. Whereas Claire has taken on some of the other focused responsibilities of resource management. It's super glamorous, let me tell you. But in a more fun capacity, I also do a fair amount of like content generation. It's not just ventures. I think my biggest series of releases have been the Caius adventures, the worm that walks. It's the undead worm god. It's popped up in Greyhawk, and I've got some mythology carved out for Caius within the Forgotten Realms, specifically and intentionally overlapping with the Red Wizards of Thay, because they are giant jerks. And it's always fun to explore those stories, because if people don't hate the Red Wizards, I would like to educate them as to why they should.
Isn't Zagnira? Isn't Zagnira?
Yes, technically a Red Wizard.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's why we when she's not here we hate her.
Yeah.
We can say it out loud.
Right. But as a Red Wizard, never to their face.
Oh yeah.
Cork's been constantly doing it to her face. One of the questions that we got was, if someone was interested in starting in writing, e.g. for Adventurers League or DM's Guild, are there resources that you could point people to that would get them help with kicking it off?
And that is a great question, and I want to hear people ask that more often, because with DM's Guild, we have a lot of great resources and opportunities. There are templates that are freely available. There are art packs, and a lot of that art is provided directly from Wizards of the Coast, so it's stuff that they've seen in 3rd edition, 4th edition, and even some of the 5th edition artwork is free for use as long as you publish on DM's Guild. And it's really, really important to put out on the tail end of that when you publish, you're publishing for you. Publish something that you are excited about. Don't hold yourself to some imagined measure of success, right? I've done okay with some of my publishing things. I still look up to a ton of people across the industry, and people that, they're not necessarily hardcover publishers. Some of them are DM's Guild publishers. Oliver Darkshire has put out a string of really cool supplements and stuff, and I've had the good fortune to work with Oliver actually on a Caius project. But Oliver doesn't hold himself to someone else's definition of success, right? He puts out a product that he thinks is really cool looking, and he has a lot of fun with it, and that comes through. That voice comes through in the finished product, and people respond really well to it, because much like when you're excited as a DM, if you're excited as a creator, your product it oozes that excitement and it pushes it forward. When you're passionate about it, the people who consume your product will absolutely know that you had a lot of fun putting it together. And above all else, that's 5th Ed. It's not mechanics. It's about having fun with the core content. So put your stamp on it, make it yours, and just publish it. Don't worry about being perfect. Nobody's work is perfect. There's a lot of real good work out there. But we're all of us creators. We're always striving to get better. So if you're interested in getting started, grab some of those free resources, put something together, and publish it. Maybe you only do a little one-page modification to your favorite class. Okay, great. Publish it. And now a couple weeks go by, you get the divine inspiration to write maybe a couple encounters. Put a couple encounters together, throw some stock art on it, publish it. And keep doing it. Not everything's going to be a great hit, but you know what? if you don't publish, you'll never know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really good advice.
Yeah. How did you get into writing, and what sort of things do you draw inspiration from as well?
So it's sort of interesting. I started writing formally with 4th edition, with Living Forgotten Realms, and I'd run a lot of tables at Gen Con and some of the local conventions around like the University of Michigan, Michigan State University, a couple other like game stores and things. And one of the people in my area that routinely organized the local events came up to me one day after I finished running a table, and he said, I've watched how you ran this, and that was really cool. Like he sort of broke down some of the things I did at the table, and he really appreciated it. He says, I'm the writing director for this upcoming storyline within the Forgotten Realms. And the writing directors handled trilogies, 1, 2, or 3 trilogies that would span a year or 2 or 3. And he said, I'm the writing director for this Netheril storyline. And this is in 4th edition, the Empire of Netheril was coming back to the realms, and there was some cool like political intrigue and shadow magic and all sorts of stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. Like, what can I do for you, John? And John says, well, I'll just lay it out. I want you to make people cry, but like in a good way, So that's actually how I got
Don't
my...
lie, players love trauma. Players love trauma. Just do it.
Well, this was a couple of years into 4th edition, and like the power scope, right? There was all this power creep, and the scope of the game was increasing, and people really wanted to have a high impact game where all of their combat roles really, really mattered, right? Like not necessarily alpha striking the enemy, but they wanted to have big explosive combats that were also environmentally encompassing. So everything in the room became part of that encounter. And that was something that I'd been doing through the tables I'd been running. John noticed it, and he said, I want you to do that, but on a larger scale. And he says, when I say I want you to make people cry, like they need to have the hope to get through the encounter, but like they should work for it. And that's a challenge. And that is my challenge to you. So I wrapped my head around it. And eventually what I turned over became known to a bunch of the players as Shadow Voltron. It was a bunch of shadow creatures that were trapped inside these crystal pillars. And when you got too close to a pillar, or if you broke a pillar, the creature would get free. But if it got next to another shadow creature, they would stack and combine and get not only larger, but also new powers.
Nice.
And if you broke all 3 of the pillars, that's when players started to cry because it got real hard. But facetiousness aside, right? Like that was the challenge that was given to me, and it sort of grew from there. I ended up doing a bunch for Forgotten Realms, Living Forgotten Realms rather. And when 5th Ed came around, there was an open call for administrators. So I put in my resume and talked to Wizards, and here I am.
That's excellent.
Yeah. The DM's Guild has been a really big boon in my own development as a creator. I've been able to not only do stuff for Adventurers League, but I've also been able to participate in other projects. So we've done a bunch of charity works and such. And that also allows me to not just do adventures for organized play. So I get to do the occasional like subclass or background. I've got a project going right now with Ed Greenwood and Alex Kammer. We're working on a guide to Fae. Like these are all things that we get because we publish, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
I was going to say
Fae. Yeah. Oh, Red Wizard of Fae, definitely.
And say now our own personal like Red Wizard of Fae's back. Maybe you could give us some more information about it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can share some stuff about Fae, but yeah, I mean we can talk about Fae all day. Fae is great. And by great, I mean they're terrible, despicable, and narratively so fun.
And they wear red, and they like cast spells.
Many of them have blue tattoos.
No, really? Damn.
Yeah.
Ask him. Put a DM question on him. I so hope like a Fae comes out as a big expansion. That'd be awesome.
So at the end of each of your documents that you write as well, you put storytelling tactics for each of those.
Yeah.
They're really
Go ahead,
handy.
sorry.
I was going to say they're really handy. Just that they're really handy things for even just for a new DM to look at as well. Do you do that for every one of the documents that you've got on there?
I don't include those in the final published versions of all the content I work on. I try to include those as like little sidebar comments here and there, especially when we're dealing with potentially problematic content. Specifically, like with the Caius adventures, the undead worm god stuff, like those are sort of horror themed and they can become very, very dangerous for characters. So I put those tips at the end to help a DM maybe inspire them to, consider some background themes that aren't otherwise directly stated, or, to deliver a narrative challenge. Like the characters should be working for a victory and, string them along a little bit, but you don't necessarily want to cut them out early. Like, have them get through. And if you've got to fudge a couple rolls because the characters are super invested, like ultimately it's a story about heroes. And, that's the sort of stuff that I put in those appendices. In my other published work, I try and do them more as sidebars, just because those aren't my adventures through and through. Whereas the Caius ones, those are mine, like ground up everything about them is stuff that I've designed. The other stuff that I've done for like our seasonal work is done with the collaboration and often with the guidance of our content managers, including our story directors within the Wizard's office.
Okay. Cool. The other thing that I just thought about, we were going to possibly give something away. Is that correct? I believe there's a couple of documents.
I'm good with that. I'm good if you're good.
Yeah. Cool. Did you want to think of a keyword that everyone can put into?
We can't do that because our Nightbot writer is not here.
Yes, but I thought that then we can then roll for the people
that's
that
true.
we're wanting to, instead of everybody, people that are listening and want to join in can do. So yeah, think of a word.
Caius.
Or worm.
Worm.
It's got to be
Worm is probably easier to spell.
It's got to be wine, surely.
True.
What was the word again? Sorry.
Pick a word, Alan.
Yeah, let's do worm.
Worm.
So I believe, let me just check what we've got written down here. Is that it's going to be? Is it a copy of the Caius documents, or is it the?
It's actually it's our first adventure from our current season of Organized Play Adventures. This supports the Rime of the Frostmaiden adventure that was recently released. The Organized Play storyline sort of runs parallel to those events, and it's pretty tightly bound. There's some really, really good designers in that storyline, and this kicks everything off.
Nice. Yeah, so if you want to win a copy of that, just put exclamation mark worm, and we're going to roll dice to pick a winner because Nightbot.
Just so I'm getting this right, is it worm as in earthworm or Wirram?
No, worm. WORM.
Yep.
Gotcha. Thank you.
There we go.
Yep.
So
just so I can put an example up.
So I got another question for you. You mentioned the writers and artists that you work with. Who is your favourite writer and who's your favourite artist? Not necessarily to work with, but from since you've been able to read.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Man, there are so many genres that I really, really enjoy. Shel Silverstein is fantastic. I'm a big fan. Neil Gaiman.
Definitely.
Neil is a phenomenal narrative creator. The work that he's done across so many different mediums is something to aspire to. Chuck Palahniuk, the author of Fight Club, Lullaby, his narrative design, just the way he constructs a story is so dissimilar to most of the other stuff that I read. If I'm in that horror frame of mind, Brian Lumley, the creator of the Necroscope series.
That's cool.
and that's for those that aren't familiar with Necroscope. It's a different spin on what is a vampire and how do vampires grow. It is pretty grotesque, but if you're open to that sort of experience, it's pretty cool. Yeah, those are like for writers. I think those are my big ones. Of course, Weiss and Hickman were very formative in how I look at storytelling and storytelling tactics, and of course how I deal with my own challenges within tabletop publishing for games of various systems. So the Dragonlance Chronicles, right? Yeah. From an art standpoint, I've actually been working, I wouldn't say a ton, but quite a bit with a Canadian artist by the name of John Latta over some of my recent projects. John has done some incredible black and white line work and some really, really cool full color art for me. I mean, there are a bunch of other ones. I should have written all these down.
No, you're the same as me. It gets to a point where there's so many, over a period of time, there's so many that you kind of like and follow, and then you can see where. I mean, I kind of got into it, kind of mid '80s with Brom, and that was it. It set the scene, and then you see and again, working in the comic industry is you see artists who have been inspired by the artists you grew up with. It's the same as movie directors. That's why we've got Avengers, because when those directors and writers were kids, they grew up with those comics. Yep. And they have that vision as when we've grown up.
Avengers were comics?
No. Well, it was a British TV series. Like, that's what it's based on, right?
Don't mention the TV series.
Just as a spoiler. Well, just as a spoiler, Darth Vader's Luke's dad.
No. Oh no!
No, shit.
Well, I mean, you bring up a good point with Brom. I think for so many people that absorb this gaming content, like even if they don't know the names, Brom and Larry Elmore are giant names that have helped shape so much of modern fantasy art. Yeah. It's given rise to so many other talented artists. I know some of my other favorite artists, Rebecca Guay, who did a bunch of, and I might be mispronouncing her name, but Guay, Guay. Anyway, she did a bunch of magic art. She's done work for a number of other tabletop publishers. Wayne England has done a lot of very good work. Yep. Drew Tucker, who I believe is unfortunately no longer with us, but Drew did a lot of watercolor stuff that was very simple but very evocative. Kind of like with my authors, it really depends on what sort of impression, what feeling do I want to get out of that art, and that's sort of the artist I go for. Rebecca does great, like stained glass style, like angels and fey landscape style things. Drew Tucker, the abstract watercolor stuff that he does, that's very much, a separation of self and more horror themes. And you'll notice that I do a lot of horror things. I blame it on a broken childhood or whatever. But I mean, there are so many really cool options out there, and with the advent of the internet, right? Like, the world has grown that much smaller, so we can connect with other cultures and other artists of all types whom we would almost certainly not have access to.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, it's weird. It's since since the internet's around, we're seeing shots of various conventions and things like D&D Live, Garricon. We, over here, we can get to see what's going on, and especially the recent years, D&D Live, just having the cameras and those interviews and behind the scenes. Now we're going to show you this. Now we're going to show you that. I think I joined in from the Stream of Many Eyes, which I think is when I first saw Beetle and Grimm.
That was where they started.
Yeah, exactly. And just kind of like, what is that? And they had this huge kind of stand, and they had nothing. It was just a concept. But this huge kind of scroll thing, and people were walking around doing things in cosplay with actors and everything, and it was just amazing. I picked up on, you mentioned Elmore. I mean, the artwork there, again, I didn't even know he was still painting and drawing fantasy art. So every now and then you get like the coffee table book. So you see their artwork on display. It's like, well, I remember that. That was in the D&D books, and that was in the calendars. And it's anytime you go to a tattoo shop, it's basically plastered everywhere.
Plastered,
with everything there. That's the kind of thing I remember. And then I think a couple of years ago it was Joe Magnelio, and he said, "Look, my wife commissioned it." And I was like, "You can commission Elmore? How is this? How? How much does it charge?" And that was amazing. So I ended up starting. I was always been for the past 20 years in the comic industry. I've been talking to various artists and writers from those specific aspects, but it's interesting to see what else they go off to do. But as we were talking about earlier in the week, I mentioned Joe Madeira. So the stuff that he's done, very influential with young artists, but has gone on into computer games and done different things. And he's done Time Splitters, the game. He's done Battle Chasers, the game. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, I am heavily influenced by writers and artists. Absolutely love them. We've got to get more on.
Yeah, and again, with the rise of internet access and people putting their portfolios online and all that, it's really surprising that the responses you get when you reach out to some of your favorite creators, right? Never in a million years when I was because I'm older than I look apparently, when I was in high school in the previous century, and sitting in the basement with all my friends, and we'd play D&D and all that, and never in a million years did I think, one day I'm going to work on a project with Ed Greenwood. Because at that point, Greenwood was, like he's the Forgotten Realms, and we all had the box sets and the novels and all that. And here we are. And, I send an email to Ed, and because it's all listed on, website and Twitter and everything else. And sure enough, he responded back, and he liked the pitch. He's like, "That sounds great. Let's do it." Really? This is a thing we're gonna do?
Wow.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's a hope, and then like what? Oh shit! This has come real. This has come real. What?
Nothing. Nothing's gonna come of this. I'll send the message. Oh my God, I got a response. What do I do now?
Right, so I've rolled a dice and came up with Carlos Van Lewis as the winner. So congrats, Carl. I will just put a message into chat as well. So if you can whisper either myself or Cork with your email address, and we'll get that passed over to Alan to sort that out for you. Or I think you're in Twitch as well. I can possibly whisper you directly if you want. It's up to you. So yeah, cool. Should we get back to it? See what's in this sarcophagus?
Nothing at all. It's empty. As an empty thing can be empty.
It only looks like nothing.
Yeah, so...
That's what she said.
Amazing.
Oh, Cork.
Oh.
So yeah, lifting up
I put effort into that.
Lifting up the...
That is terrible.
I'd hate to see when you just dashed out a drawing.
Sorry, I derailed.
So, could you, as you lift up the sarcophagus, could you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You really want me to make a wisdom saving throw? Oh.
Hey.
Oh no, actually, that's my best one. Oh, it's not. It's dexterity. Oh, it's going to be a one
if it
now.
helps, remember you get +2 for me.
21. I am so wise. I knew it was right. Jump into that.
Right, all that was going to happen would be that you'd start dancing for 3 minutes. So, but yeah, as you open it, the sound of percussive music flows out of the sarcophagus itself. and inside, looking in, you see a potion and an egg that looks like a grung's egg, and also that's about it that's inside there. So if
Is it a real egg, or is it like a dual, like a Fabergé egg?
It looks like a pearl, so it's like a sort of semi.
A jewel to tame the frog.
She already killed the frog.
Cork will look at Seamus and be like, "You do good with grung stuff."
Though?
Did we really kill the frog? Is it really dead? Find out in another exciting episode of
Of Toad King.
So yeah, would anyone like to have a look at the potion or the pearl itself? Or...
I don't have any kind of like magical investigatory skills, so to me it's just a bottle with some liquid in it, and that's a drinkable thing.
Yeah, me either. But as Cork said,
I'll hand it to Obo.
Do I spot what they are as they pass them out and hand them around?
Yeah, so the potion itself, you believe to be a potion of supreme healing.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And if anyone would like to have a look at the pearl, I can.
You want me to roll again for the pearl, yeah?
That pearl might be something to do with the frog. Frog like the gem.
So, if you are picking up the pearl, Zagmira, as you pick it up, the pearl itself almost seems to shift, and sort of slimy tendrils climb up your furry arm.
And you start turning into a pearl.
and
I'm now an octo-goat!
1 second, let me draw this. Let me draw this.
The head of the slime turns into sort of a frog-shaped head, and a croaking voice comes out of it, and it says, "Nang Nang will now help you." And the ghost of the spirit of Nang Nang sort of enters into you. So.
Really?
Oh God! Guys, it's the fabled man frog goat.
And the pearl itself is a pearl of power. So
I like that. That's a good thing. It's all coming up, Millhouse.
So, you can say command word and regain 1 expended spell slot. If the spell slot is of a 4 or higher, the new slot is 3.
Oh my days. If you can cast spells.
I hope I can as a wizard.
Yeah.
That'd be handy. Does the potion of supreme healing, does it look sippable? Or is it gulpable?
It's a one and done jobby.
Damn it. As much as I do need it, I think we need to hold it.
Cool.
That does an unfathomable amount of health, actually, doesn't it?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I've got a healing potion, and I can cure wounds on myself, and that will get me back into a healthier place. No one else has any form of healing.
I mean,
Cork can slap a bandage on real hard. Stop bleeding.
If we feel that we are relatively safe here, I can do a prayer of healing.
Well, we've all taken damage from that fireball, so that might be a wise decision for us to do.
Should we see if because didn't he go through that wall? Should we just see if it? Can I walk up to the wall and see if it's like an illusion?
Yeah. So
solid.
It is solid, but because of your high passive perception, you do notice that there is another false wall there. So.
Cool. Thank you, Quest Junkie. Quest Junkie just followed. Thank you.
So, as a rules check, can you use Arcana to check items that are like whether they're magical or what they are?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I didn't realise that. Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, if you believe that they're magic in nature, then you can ascertain.
Ascertain what I think they might be.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Well, do we want to take 10 minutes here so I can do prayer of healing?
I don't think that's wise. We don't know where the frog has gone, and in the middle of your prayer of hearing, the frog might come back.
I'm feeling quite faint.
I'm sure you'll
Sarcus,
drink it
go
off,
into
you'll be
this room.
fine.
Look, Sarcus, I'm just gonna step in if that's okay. You lot talk about that, and I'll
dying.
take a peeky boo.
I can put you out of your misery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
It's always the easy option
All
with
right.
you, isn't it, Vladimir?
So, Obo, as you walk in, these ancient cobwebs fill this narrow corridor.
Oh,
and
shit.
It's.
I don't like spiders. Guys, there's some cobwebs in here.
The midpoint features an arched alcove, and within the alcove, a dusty bottle stands on the table.
So there are. Well done, you found some spider webs.
Yeah. So as if you want to stand in front of the bottle, it's a large glass bottle with a bung in the top of it, and inside is a small little person that looks like a belly dancer. And she's sort of standing, as you walk past, she waves at you and starts pointing at the bung.
Hey, look,
Don't do it.
there's a little person in here, guys. Look.
Maybe we should leave the little person in there?
No, Seamus, look, it's smaller than you is. Look.
What? No. Wow,
Oh,
he's
dear
right.
God, no.
He's right.
And
So-
Can you hear me, little person?
So as you like bang on the glass, they put their hands on their ears, but then they're like pointing again at the bung itself. And so there are a couple of different gods that will speak to different people depending on who's standing in there. So I know one of you's got Moa.
I got
I
Moa.
believe. Yeah. So the Moa says, "Don't break any bargains with this Dao."
Down.
Yeah, I think that's how it said.
Seamus, the only thing I'm looking at Seamus now. So Seamus, the only thing I'm concerned about, and I can see her jumping up and down, but didn't that like fish person? Didn't they come in here? So I don't see them. So maybe there's another force wall. Like,
Maybe.
can I kind of like tap round the dead end bit?
Yeah, so as you get to the other end, you do notice that there is another force wall there as well. I can open. Did you? Sorry, Alan. Did you say you wanted to do a prayer of healing as well for the people that are in there? Did anyone else?
Well, they said they didn't want to wait the 10 minutes for it, so I have a little bit of lay on hands that I can spread around.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, Sarcus. I guess I'll poke a jagged dragonborn fingernail into your shoulder. You can regain 20.
Ooh, ow, ow, ow. Oh, that's so much better. Oh no, wrong keyboard. Jesus.
I'm gonna throw a little bit to myself and Cork. You said you were hurt as well, right?
Cork missing roughly 50 hit points. Just to
can
give
give you
people an
50.
idea.
You know.
Is that half?
That is not half.
It's not half.
No.
Jesus.
Cork is just.
Well,
Yeah. Sorry.
Cork, I can give you 15.
That Cork grateful. Cork, thank you so much.
Okay.
Cork is tank.
Yep.
1 second, everybody.
If I
We
lost
have
50 hit
just
points, I'd be
lost audio
crying.
to the
really?
players. So let's see if we can get that back.
Yeah. If you just want to update.
Let's see if that works. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me.
Paul.
Yes.
And they are back.
Cool. Yeah, I can let you know what you see beyond it. 1 moment.
Hey.
Just wanted to check that what was going on in the other room first of all.
Sure.
A bit further. There we go. Right, so before you step in, I'll let you know what you see. You see in front of you, when it loads, 6 glass cauldrons brimmed with human bones that line the walls of this tomb, at the centre of which stands an ancient chariot bearing a bronze sarcophagus with treasure strewn atop of it. Paintings on the chariot's body show a tall bird with a long, sharp beak, and on the south wall, a bronze shield bears the embossed image of a Cholton warrior carrying a spear, below which an inscription reads, "Bow before no one." 4 bronze statues stand on pedestals on either side of the shield, and they depict Cholton warriors, one holding a sword, 2 with spears, and 1 missing its face.
Guys, I found a much bigger room over here. There's a chariot and some broken bones and loads of stuff. Like, I'm gonna go in. Anybody want to come with me?
I would, but there's a dragonborn in the way.
You can just
Walk round the dragonborn. Are you suggesting I walk round a dragonborn?
I'll come up with you. There we are.
He's been quite friendly so
you
far.
are
So.
now goat-born, so yeah.
Look here, goat friend. I'm out of your way.
I was not born a goat.
No, that's why I called you goat friend.
Maybe you're channeling the inner goat.
So this little creature thing in this bottle. So who Moa said not to deal with it. Do we trust Moa? I can't remember.
Yeah, so Mo said not to deal with it. There was also.
I did not share that information.
Oh yes, that's
sorry.
very true.
Oh, sorry.
That is in my head.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Nang Nang,
Seamus,
I think,
points
is
to
one
treasure.
that you just got as well.
There is treasure. I mean, to be honest, I am going to be all about the treasure. So, I mean, sorry,
Seamus, there's a lot of shiny stuff in here.
Treasure.
And a big chariot.
Yeah.
Cork will walk past the glass. He will look at it and go, "Oh, hello, little thing. I'm Cork."
And the genie's like pointing up, and she like points at her wristbands, which look sort of encrusted with jewels and rubies and things, and starts like pointing at them and doing this.
Just a quick one, Joe. Did you move Seamus, or did Seamus move?
Seamus moved himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm suddenly disappeared. I was like, oh my god.
Oh no. Sorry. Yeah, I'm all about the treasure. Yeah.
I will. Obalaka, you know anything about this?
Unfortunately, is still silent.
Wow. Koala's having a day off.
If koalas say nothing, Cork do nothing. Goodbye, little genie. I'm Cork.
I'm going to study the bottle intently and use my arcane ability to see if I can recognize anything about the jewels or the gems. They're on there. Oh, 15.
Yeah, to you, they just look like tiny little gems on the sides of her sort of tiny little clasps that she's got around her wrists.
And also, because I'm an elf, I have amazing hearing, so I'm going to put my ear to the bottle to hear what she's saying.
It, to you, sounds like gibberish.
What do you think exactly? I mean, you picked up a staff and you turned into a goat. I mean, you know.
Of course, that makes me the expert on all tiny little things.
But,
Pointing at the cork.
You're a fairly attractive goat, I must say. You know? You're the best looking goat I've ever seen. Like, you're an elfin goat. Do you think we should open the bottle or not? I don't know, what's the worst that could happen?
I don't know. You could get cursed and trapped in the bottle forever. You should open it.
Cork looks back and goes, Good luck.
I'm gonna get a gold coin out. I'm gonna flip it, So I'm just going to roll the dice. If it's evens, it's heads. I open it. And if it's odds,
Okay.
I don't
So-
open it.
So an even open it.
Yeah.
Cork is going to just graciously step out of the corridor.
I'm going to
Oh,
follow.
odds. Come on, don't open it.
Following Cork.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if you're
Leave
all,
that thing alone.
you're all entering into this room here now, I assume.
Yes.
Well, all
Yeah.
except for Sarcus, who currently has a genie bottle. I can't get through because there's a turtle in the way.
I'm not that big.
I've not
Just-
opened it.
It's just a shell.
So
Just
what I'm
go
going to do is
walk around.
I'm going to bring
You're
the bottle
very
with
wide.
Yeah, you can put the
Oh.
bottle in your rucksack or whatever. If you want.
Yep.
Brilliant. Nice.
No, well, yeah. Okay.
I thought it was a big thing.
No,
it's
Is it
no,
small?
it's just
It's a
a little
bottle.
It's got like
genie.
a tiny
Yeah.
person.
Oh, I thought it was like a big bottle kind of thing.
No,
Okay,
It's like a
cool.
perfume bottle, you know.
Yeah,
Bit of,
Right, think about
okay, Shanae.
Yeah. Think like sort of Tinkerbell size.
I've
Cool.
got a bag full of grungs. I've got a genie bottle. What could possibly go wrong? Jeez.
So yeah, what we up to in here?
The clue for this one was bow to God intent or something like that.
So yeah, the inscription reads
Bow.
below the bronze shield, bow before no one.
And then the thing says bow as the dead God intoned. So bow before no one.
Okay. Bow before no one. Bows the dead god in town.
You
In
know,
other words,
your intellect at this moment in time, Cork, is surprising. Perhaps
Yeah.
having a koala in your head has done you good.
So
Cork,
as you
Cork has a lot of intellect.
And we're back.
So Elrad, as you walk into the room more, you do notice that at the in the north there are 3 skeletons that are attached to the door, which is a large stone slab, and they're attached by chains to the top of the door. They're on the floor, but the chains go all the way up to the top of it with a pulley system.
It's a very strange mode of interior design.
Oh, okay.
I am just going to move. Cork's going to move more central into the room just to get a better view.
Mm-hmm.
So just behind the cart here. Is that a big jewel thing?
So that is the bronze shield, which has got the Cholton warrior with it's got a depiction of a Cholton warrior with a spear standing on it, and that's where underneath the inscription says "Bow before no one." And then you've got 4 bronze statues, 2 on each side, and they depict Cholton warriors. One holding a sword, the one on the left holding a sword, on the far left. 2 with spears, which are the ones either side, and then the one on the far right has a missing face.
Oh,
Is it a usable shield or is it like oversized?
It's a large, oversized, embossed shield that takes up most of the wall. And then, in the middle, you've got the 4 cauldrons, and then in the middle of the room is the chariot with the sarcophagus and lots of jewels and whatnot on top of the.
sorry, Alan. Very quickly, I've just forgotten what your character's name was. What was your character's name?
Elrad?
Elrad. Cool. Yeah, back.
Mhm.
Elrad. Last time we see Shield, it dissolved all metal things. Not good.
Yeah.
Magnetic. Pulled metal things in, dissolved things.
Mhm.
Shields are scary in here.
Joe, those
If
things there.
it helps you feel any better, I don't see that any of the traps that my allies had encountered were reused. Everything seemed to be one try. So if you've encountered one magnetic trap, it's unlikely that you'll find another.
Have you been here before? Have you been to this room, Elrad?
I have not been to this room, but in our travels through the other rooms, we saw a lot of different things, and with the exception of the hordes of undead, we never saw anything repeated.
I'm thinking that we mistimed Alan's appearance, and we should have him for next episode. So we go to the rooms that he's already been in. He can show and tell us the answers.
Yes, Joe. Those things there. Can we see those?
What, the ones at the top?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're the zombies that are attached to the door.
Okay.
They've got a metal bridle in their mouths that
Are they
then
moving?
goes by chains. And no, they've got their heads currently sort of attached to the wall.
Cork will walk up and just knock on the shield, just donk, donk, just to test how sturdy it is.
So, are you going to try and hit it, or are you just not tapping on it itself?
Tapping.
So yeah, as you do so, it does make a sort of dong noise, and it sort of reverberates around the room itself, and then not much else happens.
Oh,
Well,
that was fun.
so you said the zombies had bridles in their mouths.
That's correct. Yes.
There must be to pull the chariot.
And Zagmira, as you move to that square there, the zombies do turn around towards you and start walking towards you. And as they walk towards you, the chains get taut, and the door itself starts to rise up behind them.
Oh, we can leave through that way. Oh.
There
We came in the wrong way. I bet that's main door. That goes back out to stairwell.
And they get to about there and stop, and the door is fully opened.
Yeah.
Can we see past them?
Yes, you can see out to the main stairwell where you came through originally.
Are they trying to get to me to eat me?
They would try to do so, yes. If it wasn't for the bridle in their mouth. So yeah, they're sort of gnashing at you. They've got sort of skin hanging off their faces and their arms, and they're sort of reaching out to try and claw at you.
Well, this is definitely an interesting mechanism.
We saw this on Walking Dead, just cut off their hands.
But because we know this goes back to where we started from, we don't have to go through them. We can go back the path we came and go through the mask and then explore the other 3 masks. Or
are these doors over here? Or are they just
I feel that this is an important time to share an observation that my allies and I made. While we saw and experienced other traps, we also found that over time, some of those traps became reset. The environment changes. There is no guarantee, in my mind, we have no guarantee that we can safely return from where we came.
So you're saying we should push forwards?
If the door that they are pulling, how heavy would you say that door is? Will we be able to observe?
Yeah, so you'd estimate that it is very, I think is probably the best way of putting it. It's
You'd probably need 3 corks to open it.
I don't really want to try and metagame too much, but I'd say it would probably take you, Gareth, and maybe one other, Elrad, or another strong person.
So Joe, looking at the chariot that's there, there looks to be like a big stone sarcophagus, stone slab.
That's a sarcophagus that's adorned with sort of treasures and things.
Okay, so we haven't opened it yet.
Nope. No, we haven't technically touched anything in this room as of yet. You've just walked in. And
Are these doors down here, or are they just weird bits that stick out?
They're the statues.
They're the 2 prong bits are the bits that stick out that surround the bronze shield itself.
Just wondering if they were actual doors or not. Yeah.
Do I think that the weight of the sarcophagus and the chariot would be enough to hold the door open?
The chains that attach to the zombies themselves won't physically reach the thing, but
we could push we could push the chariot towards her. I'm thinking.
So I've just, well, I haven't just, but yeah. So I have a robe of useful things, and one of my useful things is a 10-foot cube that I can just place. So my idea is I walk up to the zombies, I place an empty cube. Sorry, it's a pit. It's a pit that is a cube, 10 foot by 10 foot by 10. So I just place it underneath the zombies. They go down 10 feet. They're now 10 feet below us, and the chains are taut. I've also got a ladder that I can place over the thing so that we can just merrily skip over.
Give that man inspiration,
I like the ladder
I was
idea.
inspired.
That's real good.
Well played.
I like.
Well played.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, you'll get inspiration for doing so. I know that we also had a vote earlier on where the players got inspiration as well. So I think there's only 3 of you now that haven't got inspiration in this session. So I'll roll a d6 and see who gets it.
Okay.
I bet it's me again.
What?
I'm kidding.
Obo.
Oh.
There we go.
Hey!
So yeah, the zombies, they fall into the pit. They fall down.
I've got to move up to them, but yeah. So yeah, so it's just there. Cool, good.
Yeah.
So now we can deal with the treasure.
Yes.
Well played, mate. That's
Thank you very
awesome.
much.
So, do we want to open that sarcophagus?
Absolutely, we do.
I vote someone else.
Yeah, I'm up for doing that. So yeah, I'll go around.
Is there anybody that hasn't got a god in them at the moment?
Yep, I do not have a god.
Right, all yours.
I mean, Joe.
Cork will step back.
Joe, does Dagmir have a god in there when she picked up that pearl? That squiggly thing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got the grung god guy.
Okay, so it's just me and
Yeah.
Damon that don't have a god.
Yeah.
Okay, and Obo?
Yeah,
Obo's got a
does.
god.
more.
Yeah.
Yep, so I'll try and open the sarcophagus.
We're all trying to get a god.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want a god. I'm already a god, and I've got a goat.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
At least you'd be warm in the winter.
So
I'm going to get through this too.
are you trying to get the jewels off the top, or are you trying to open it, the sarcophagus, or are you trying to wheel it somewhere, or what's the?
So describe. So what? The jewels are just like loose on top.
Yeah, so there's a number of.
Yeah, sweet boss. Let's go. Let's get them jewels.
They're now in my bag.
Run the jewels. So as you pick up the first sort of jewel and go to pick up, it's almost like bit in Aladdin where the monkey's got the jewel, and the stone, the Chorten warrior on the shield becomes animated. And his spear just lashes out from the shield itself and flies across the room at you.
Oh look, the god. It's far too easy to take. It's not easy to take at all.
I'm assuming 28 hits you.
I'll try and make.
Yeah, 28 will hit.
I was gonna say, can I try and make an acrobatics check to see if I can dive in the way of it as I'm his bodyguard?
Please don't ask that again. You know a 20 hits us.
This magical like spear just flies across the room and hits you for 18 damage, and because you've got your back to it, it just sort of pierces through your shoulder blade.
Nice.
And you look down and you always get the front of a spear poking out the front of your shoulder.
Oh,
I've got an adornment.
Ross, maybe don't try and steal those gems.
Yeah, maybe we need to think about this a little more.
And can each of you please roll initiative for me, please?
hey, look at that. The obviously trapped thing is a trap.
The obvious trap is a trap. Shocking.
17.
I rolled a 9.
I'll roll my advantage. I'm going to take the first one.
Oh my days, he's so slow. Hobo.
I was
It's 'cause
thinking
I was
about
all
it.
the way by the doorway, you see. It's going to take me some time to get over there.
So yeah, as
I'm only
the
a turtle.
as the arrow or the spear hits into Seamus's side, all of the cauldrons in the room start to bubble and boil.
I mean, who thought that would happen?
I
mean,
know.
Bro,
I mean,
Oh,
I'm surprised.
Jesus Christ, Shaman, you're the archaeologist. You should have thought about that.
Oh yeah. I was
you know,
blinded
there's
by the
9
treasure.
gods. 9 gods, 5 or 6 of us.
Yeah.
We could leave one.
The gems.
Yep.
And yeah, so as you sort of stand there, gathering your wits, you notice that skeletons start clawing their way out of the cauldrons and sort of appearing on the ground next to them.
Oh, this is just beautiful. Thank you. Thank
So-
you so much for this
Back it up,
moment.
back across, back across, back across
Yeah,
the
I was
pit.
going to say we could just GTFO.
Get across the pit, back out, back out,
Yeah,
back out.
yeah. Cut,
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
get the chains
It's
cut.
almost
as we-
like
as we-
like
as we
Cork
leave.
was saying, check it up, check it in, check it in, check it in. Wallaby is a sin.
Jesus.
Yeah,
So
if you wanted
Elrond, is this what you're saying? Like we're gonna feature like thousands of them?
yeah, if you wanted to
Good.
GTFO, then you'd need to do so in your turn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Obo's right next to one of them.
Yeah.
Bye,
Two of
bye.
them, 3 of them, 4 of them.
So yeah, basically there's just two by each of the cauldrons appears.
Okay.
And let's get there.
Is it too meta for me to know what the initiative order is?
I'm just about to get them to roll so that we can.
Because I know Robo's right down at the end going to the
There
rolls.
he is, isn't he? Yeah.
So my roll 20's being really slow for some reason.
Has anyone else in the group got any ranged weapons? Or is it just me?
I mean, I've got a javelin in my shoulder. But I also have darts.
Oh, crap. Oh, dear.
Got javelins, but if we get back across pit, we just knock away ladder or pull back ladder or something with ladder. But first off, got to get Obo out of there.
No, yeah, what I'm thinking, Cork, is the ones who have ranged weapons, we attack the undeady things to the left and right of him. Because if he moves now,
He gets
They'll-
opportunity. I know.
they get opportunity. So if we can get to the left and right, oh my god, there's more of them. Oh,
Yep.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
2 per cauldron.
Okay.
But if we
Don't worry, we got this. We got this.
if we
They all
hold
move.
here,
I'm going to be
Hold
honest.
round.
They're all moving ahead of us anyway.
Mhm.
Whatever plan you've got is about to fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
no, it won't. It'll be fine.
So
But no, you're right. If Obo dies, we don't need to worry about it. We could just all GTFO.
Good logic.
You were a brave turtle. And now you are.
We loved you.
Lars wouldn't forgive Cork if he let cousin die.
I will put your shell above my mantelpiece. Had one. My own word, they move really
Oh, look
quickly.
at that. Zombie blocking exit. Great.
yeah, so they're all just going to basically move in to the targets.
That's right. I'm so
Fast moving skeletons. Yikes.
Yeah, they are.
Right. Escape plan out window or out pit or outdoor. No more escape plan. Batter plan now.
I'm just going to do
Exactly. What offensive spells have you got?
rather than rolling each one individually, I am
Plenty.
just going to do group roll and see. seconds. My turn order counter is in top of my thing. A 5. I'm assuming a 5 doesn't hit anybody. So the skeletons turn over. So a Cork, you're up.
Smash. Rage. Smash.
Yeah. This might be a good point to rage.
Yeah, I think so, mate.
It's a good plan.
Cork, just seeing shambling horrors come up to him and limply try to hit him. Cork activates Smack 'em mode. Cork smack dead things. Cork will start with, unfortunately, he's not near any that'll benefit any of his allies. So the most northern one to the Cork.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have Cork's xylophone solo of Another One Bites the Dust.
Nice.
Brilliant.
That is 50. No, that is 21.
Yep.
50.
I thought I miscounted. I was like, oh, it's -3. No, it's actually +3. Okay, so that will do 22 damage to that one.
Oh, my days.
Give it a second.
Poof.
Is that damage done?
Yeah, it's child aggro.
Sorry, yeah, child aggro. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's... how much damage is that, sorry?
22.
Oh, yeah, that was done then.
Oh, good. Because if it wasn't done, this would be a very big problem.
Yeah, we'll suddenly start puckering up.
All of a sudden, we'd sit there and go, oh, no. Oh, no.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Luckily, that gives Cork an extra attack, so he's now got 2 more attacks. Cork will do with the next one, so that one, which he will miss with 8. That's got to be.
Come on, Cork.
Yes,
Put it back into it.
A miss, unfortunately.
And his last attack is an 18.
Yeah, that hits.
24 damage.
Yeah, that one also
Nice.
explodes into little bony pieces.
And my special rage message this week, guys, is Twatum.
That's nice.
Beautiful.
Nice. And Elrad, you're up.
All right. So I see that I've got an ally with a whole bunch of undead around them. I will move up this way. Hey, Obo. Gonna look at this one here just below me, and we are going to attempt to hit it.
Yes.
I'm gonna assume that works.
Mm-hmm.
So AC of 24, 16 slashing.
Nice. So, yeah, that one.
Well, 26 because I've got the Great Weapon Master on top of it. So
Yeah, so that one also explodes into a pile of bones that just sort of disintegrate as they hit the floor.
excellent. That's going to trigger my my next ability. So we're going to wheel around and swing at this one that is adjacent to Obo.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Let's do that again. AC 15.
Hits.
And that'll be 25 damage.
Yeah, so yeah, again, more just bones just fly everywhere as you just cut through these skeletons.
Okay.
Thank you very much there, Elrad. I thought I was a bit surrounded there, but I guess they're just bones, so it was good.
Yes, they are just bones. Obo, what are you wearing, armor-wise?
It's called a shell. I'm a turtle. So it's called a shell. Other than that, this is a belt. This isn't part of me. I have a belt across
Here's
my
a mirror from the other room. You've been naked this whole time.
Okay,
well,
so
I'm
with
inside
those
my
two,
shell.
with those two down, I guess I'll just adopt more of a defensive posture, and I will just assume that Obo, your shell will be sturdy enough for at least the next few moments while we clean up the rest of the room.
I'll be good. I'll be
I
good.
was going to say,
Okay.
Alan,
I can
do you
flex.
have
Yo.
do you have 2 attacks normal at this point? Or 1?
Yes.
So Great
2.
Weapon Master, when you kill something, you get a bonus, I believe.
Yes. Yep. I do. I don't know all of these allies quite yet, and it just sort of like as an out of character concept. I'm still sort of exploring like. I like the camaraderie, but I still need to explore like just how much I trust them. I need to see what they can do.
Go.
Sarcus, you're up.
Just as a quick rules check.
Mhm.
If I'm within 5 foot of something, if I'm shooting with a ranged weapon, I'm at disadvantage. If there is a member of our party that's within 5 foot of an enemy, am I still disadvantaged, or is it just?
Do you have anything that grants you advantage on being next to an ally? Do you have like?
No. What I'm thinking is, Zagmira is here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try and shoot at this one. So I want to know.
You can shoot with a bow from there where you are.
But I want to know if that's going to confer me a disadvantage, or is it?
No, it would, only if you roll a natural 1, I might make you roll the damage on Zagmira instead of.
Oh, don't tempt it now. Right. Oh shit! I'm whipping out my longbow. I am going to. It's my bonus action. I'm going to cast a lightning arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So click that. Do that. I'm going to cast that at level 3. Yep. Do that. And then get the core. And then longbow. Hitting on a 23.
Yeah, it hits.
And doing 12 points of damage. And then the target takes 4d8 lightning damage. This might be a bit of an overkill. I'm not sure.
I'm just glad you didn't roll a 1.
But cathartic.
Yeah. It was down when you hit for 13 or 12.
I'm going for it. That's 19 points of damage.
So yeah, instead of all the others where the bones fly up, it literally just disintegrates into dust, and all this black charged dust just sort of settles on the floor.
Don't mind, my lady. I got you. I can't. I don't think my next attack can shoot at that one because she's in the way.
You can try if you want.
Just
What with the disadvantage?
Yeah. No, not with disadvantage. You can move like to. You can see it where you are anyway. You can shoot through other people.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll go for it then. Bam. Did that dice roll or not?
not yet.
Yeah,
There we go. Just loading. Loading.
24.
Yeah, that hits.
Doing 11 points of damage, but rest assured, it's piercing.
Nice. Yep.
And then I will move myself to here, so I've got a clearer vision area to shoot some other ones.
Sure. Zagmira,
And not close enough to get hit.
Hello. My
Hello.
turn.
What's that?
Well, suddenly most of her threat has gone, which is useful. Zaggy's just going to toll the dead on the one nearest to her. I hope that worked. Is the target missing any of its HP points? Yes, because it was just hit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to make a DC 16 wisdom save or take 11 necrotic. Obviously, it's probably going to have some form of resistance to necrotic, I'd have thought, since it's already dead.
Yeah, but it's also got rubbish wisdom because it is dead as well. So,
I don't know if that meets it, beats it. It's trying to save my DC, so I think
16?
it wins. Yeah, 16.
Okay. Yeah, so does it take half, or is it?
I believe, because it's only a cantrip, it just doesn't take anything.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just check. If succeeding a wisdom throw will take the damage.
Nice. So yeah, the necroticness just sort of almost washes off of it. It's used to being fully necrotic itself. And it doesn't seem to affect it.
Going to
What
look
does
at
Toll
it
the-
mildly annoyed.
What does Toll the Dead do?
Well, the dead essentially echoes a rather large death bell in the creature's in the air around, and the creature would take necrotic damage or make a wisdom saving throw. It made its wisdom saving throw, so it doesn't take the necrotic damage. The best thing is it levels up very well as I level up, and if it's already hurt, it takes d12s instead of d8s.
Yeah, that's a great.
Cork's stomach rumbles.
That's all he needed to know.
Yeah.
Can he
Yeah.
hear the bell?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just went past Seamus. So Seamus, you're up.
Cool.
I just clicked the thing twice rather than
That's
once.
fine. So I'm going to go for that one to the north of me. Oh, and that's a crit.
20. Nice.
Cool. So
You're getting
that'll
good at
be 8. Oh, that's a terrible damage roll. Yeah, 8.
Yep.
8 damage. And then wow.
Jeez. Yep.
7.
Yeah, so that one, yeah, again, you just sort of punch
Just
it and the
pummel it. Yeah, pummel it into dust.
bones just fly everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to go for the next one.
Mhm.
And 24 will hit, I presume, and that's 7 damage.
Mhm.
And then again, follow it up with my feet. Yeah, and 21 to hit
Yep.
with 11. So again, I kick that into dust.
Yes.
Yes. Cool, I'm done.
Cool. And so before the skeletons, the bronze statue on the shield once again launches another spear at Seamus and tries to impale him once more.
Cool.
Does a
No.
17 hit.
The no.
No, it doesn't. 18. AC of 18.
Nice. You is lucky.
I am lucky and I need to move. Yeah.
So, and out from each of the
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh,
That
pits, another skeleton seems to appear from each.
Cool. Just the one this time.
Yeah.
Well, that's manageable.
Yeah,
Mm,
I think so.
we're getting to the point where it's not.
Well,
Oh, yeah, that one's gone. Hooray! Oh, damn.
I took another one.
Okay.
Do we
Cool.
want to try and get the other side of the pit that Seamus has created, and then
That or we start smashing cauldrons.
oh yeah, smash the cauldron. Oh,
I'm good with smashing the
Unfortunately-
cauldron.
Fairly sure the band is actually smashing pumpkins, you know, guys.
I don't see any pumpkins here. This will have to do.
It's close enough, it's round.
Yes.
I don't know what this one's doing.
As you said that, like just before you said that, I literally had Rat in a Cage in my head.
So yeah, I'll do the skeletons as a group. It's just easier that way than doing them individually.
Oh,
13, does that hit anyone that's got a skeleton next to them?
Sagmira.
What, if I have an AC of 13?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
So you take 4 piercing damage from. So you take 8 piercing damage in total.
Oh. Oh,
Cool.
pain.
Cork, your turn.
Well,
right, okay.
oh,
So before we go, we need to think about this because we're now in a position that so Seamus is surrounded by 3. Corker's got 2. I've got 2. Zachamir's got 1, but we need to get ourselves up to
Yeah, it might mean that some of us have to take hits of opportunity.
Or here. So you're the ones who have higher initiative. Do they want to hold and allow us to, the lower initiative ones, to try and clear some of the zombies that are on us, or do we just want to Hulk smash and try and kill that one and that one?
I mean, that was my plan.
Yeah, I reckon we just smash them for a bit.
I
mean, Cork's going to hit the one there.
Sorry?
Don't worry.
No, I'm good.
Natural 20.
I mean, don't worry. Cork's really just kind of annihilating that one next to you there. 30-something will probably do it.
Probably.
Yep.
Probably, maybe. I mean,
I'm no expert on this.
Did you miss
I'm
me,
no
Joe?
expert.
Did I miss you?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
My bad. Sorry, yes, I vote.
no.
I'm keeping that.
Yes, I'll remove
Don't you
I'll
waste
remove
my
that one.
20.
My bad.
You
Sorry, I
can
vote.
keep it. No, it's all right. What I'll do is I'll cast guidance onto Elrad because he was coming to my defense. So I'll touch him on the shoulder and I'll cast guidance. You get just an extra D4 to your ability checks either before or after your roll.
Cool.
That's it. That's my go, and I'll stay where I am.
All right. Cool.
So
Yeah.
then you can catch up with Cork.
Yes.
Don't worry. Cork wasn't going to do anything different. 17 to hit.
Yep.
And that will go for the one there in the middle. And then, because I've critted and actually killed something as well, I get another attack. That's 19 damage on that one.
Nice. So the two below you are the ones that you've just hit, yeah?
So I hit the one above, and now I've just hit one below, and I need to do a third attack.
Okay.
And here we go.
Nice.
21
Nice.
for 21 damage. Cork is free!
Someone give you some clothes.
And you can still move as well, Cork.
Cork will jump on top. Or is he going to jump on top of the sarcophagus and get Seamus speared again? Tell you what, Cork will run round past Sarcus and will jump in between these ones here.
Cool.
That's my go done.
Elrad, you're up.
okay. I will take a half step up that way, and I will give him the gift of greatsword.
Oh, everybody needs a great sword.
Yeah,
for
I
Christ's
cast great sword.
sake. It's educational.
So that's that is apparently a nat 20.
Right.
Ah, brilliant.
Nice.
Wow, there are so many nat 20s in this game
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
I'm
Like,
liking these dice.
we need to get a little counter
it
going.
is. Do we need to roll damage, or are we good just saying it explodes?
No, I think it explodes because you've got 10
with
anyway
great
on
weapon
you.
mastery and everything. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there's nothing worse than rolling a crit to hit and then rolling all ones to damage.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, and then I will swing at this other one.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an AC of 16.
Yeah, hits.
Kaboom! 21.
Nice. Yeah, that one also explodes into a pile of bones as well. There's some sort of plot back into the cauldron that it's standing next to.
And quickly move to the exit.
And I mean, I suppose I've got a little bit of movement left. Bounce down and grab this other one. Let's go ahead and do that.
Oh, he's hitting it.
Nice. Yeah, that hits.
That's big.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we've got 19.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah.
Rouge.
So yeah, you just run up towards
Not bad
it
for a
and just
greatsword.
cleave it into.
I think you've still got a bit of movement left if you want to move.
A little bit, but I do want to hover around by the door here, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to get too far away. This is an exit that I want to try and hold.
Oh, I see.
So, Sarcus, you're up.
Solid plan.
Okay, as I still have my bow drawn, I'm going to move to here. I'm going to take a shot at this one first with my longbow. There we go.
Another one.
Hit on the crit.
Amazing.
31. Really?
Wow.
31? Yeah, baby. Don't worry, it'll be like 2 damage.
There's a reason this thing's called Roll20.
Damage 14.
Nice. Yeah, which one was it, sorry?
Can't find the thing. Down there.
Okay. Cool.
And then swiftly draw another arrow. I'm going to shoot to the other one to the south of Zagamir.
Mm-hmm.
Fire again. Oh.
If you can
Correct.
roll your damage for me, please.
No.
I'm having a very bad day.
But on the plus side, it was a 12.
It's okay.
Jesus.
Nice.
Damage roll is 9.
Right, so yeah, just an arrow just hits you from behind.
No, it doesn't, because I use my reaction to cast shield.
Sorry. Sorry.
I think that's only if you're trying to hit a certain AC. So I'm gonna say you take 9 piercing damage.
Okay, fair. I don't cast shield then.
Is it? Yeah, but who's it hitting? Zag or
Zagmira.
why not Cork?
Because Zagmira is. Well, actually, I suppose I'll roll a d6. And we'll
Shall I
see who
toss
it
the
is.
coin?
No.
Roll a d6 and see which one hits. 1 to 3 is
Oh,
Zagmira.
here we go.
4 to 6.
You're ready.
Yeah, you're very true. You're in
Oh,
the same sort of
sorry, I
direction.
tried.
Yeah.
You did. It's okay.
There you
okay.
That's
go.
right.
Cork takes it.
Oh, Cork takes
Cork.
it.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Oh,
nice.
I was about to say our natural banter between me and Zagmir just means that she will target if any
There you
arrows.
go. So yeah, the arrow just flies and hits Cork in the side and 9 piercing damage, which.
Don't worry. Cork will remember this.
Cork. Sorry, Cork. I'll blame you for Zagmir.
Cork's,
The
Cork's
zombie.
getting a very
The zombies.
He's getting a complex about this.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. every game is just like, oh, by the way, someone nearly shot Cork again.
This moment, I would jump myself up over the thingy.
Yep. Cool. And Zagmira.
Okay, so Zagmir is not having a great day. I'm going to use my action.
No, you're not.
I'm going to use my action to disengage, and I'm going to leave. So
Cleared you a path.
Oh, you're going to use your action to disengage. Ignore that. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'm using my action to disengage, and then I'm going to walk out across the ladder.
I love the idea of Zagmira's disengage is basically just a slap bite, kind of.
Just like, nope.
Yeah, just gonna nope out of that.
I get the image of her just sort of turning around in a like, no.
No, not today, thank you, gentlemen, if you will. Goodbye.
Yup.
Cool. Seamus, you're up.
Okay, so I am gonna attack that one just underneath me. Whoa. 19, I
Yep.
think. Yeah. Then a 13 damage.
Yep, that one dies as well.
Dies really perfect. So then that one gets my feet. For 14.
A 14 hits, yeah.
Oh wow! Alrighty. For 8 damage, and then I'm just gonna hit it again. 12.
Does not hit. No,
Does not.
unfortunately.
And
No.
then that's gonna get my feet. Hopefully that'll do it. 17.
Yeah.
Alrighty. For 6 damage.
Oh,
Nice. So yeah, that one
So-
dies as well.
So then I'm gonna spend a key point to disengage from that one. So that is what is it? That's the step of the wind. So I get to disengage, and my jump distance is doubled, but that doesn't really matter. So then I've got 40 feet. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm out. Oh, almost out.
nice.
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 Oboe. Yeah.
Come on, Obo.
I think I'm probably going to do the same. So, Elrad, I think it's probably time we should leave. Should we just go over the ladder?
Yes.
I get to about there with my full move.
You're-
All right,
you're-
I'm on the ladder.
You're on the ladder.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, so
that's
you're standing
shaky
on the ladder,
ladder.
and you've got
Let's
these
go.
like 3 zombies like trying to reach up and grab your feet from below you.
Part of my inner voice is going, we've left Cork on his own.
He's all right. He's
Cork's in a
over there.
happy place.
Yeah, yeah.
It's in a
We
happy
have
place.
placed Cork in a target-rich environment,
Yeah, exactly.
also known
Right.
as a playpen or creche.
All I've got in my head is the intro to the first Deadpool movie where it's all freeze frame and
Yeah,
Cork's just
yeah.
very happy just throwing zombies about.
At what point does your butt go in one of their faces?
I didn't even. I didn't
Just
even
leave
check.
him here.
I didn't even check that he was all right. I knew.
One
he'd be
last
fine.
time, the shield animates again, and an arrow launches its way across the room, flying across the arch, the pit that's being created towards Seamus.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yes. I mean, no. Oh, so
Are
bad.
you still carrying the gold?
Maybe.
23.
Yes, that hit.
I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember what the damage dice was it for again.
30d8.
Was something like that, yeah.
Yeah. A million.
A million.
1 million.
1 million.
For 29 damage.
Oh wow!
So yeah, this spear just flies across the room, and almost like a homing missile just hits into you.
Yeah.
Has anyone else
Bonk.
got Ace Ventura in their head where he's just got 2 big spears?
Yeah, and this spear of almost like searing light just burns its way through you.
Cool. Thank you very much.
That's all right.
Hey guys, I've got another spear to use.
Yeah. Hey guys, I have matching pair.
The skeletons are going to hit into Cork. There's going to be 3 of them now, so I'll just roll them all at the same time.
Bring it.
Have they got advantage on you?
They do, but it won't help you.
No, 14 I'm assuming doesn't hit.
Nope.
No worries. And...
Well,
so
Obo's-
it would be Cork's turn now, right? Because Obo's already had his go. I just didn't move on.
Right. Are we saying more skeletons spawn?
No, I'm just going to say that that's the last of them. There's 3 per.
Cool. Cork is going to finish off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy if you guys want to assume that the skeletons get got, because I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're probably going to be able to kill off 2 skeletons later.
There goes one.
Cork's in a happy place. Let him roll his dice.
Yes. Go on, Cork.
Yeah.
Get it.
Get it.
Oh, he actually won't get that one, but luckily he's got a third attack.
But wait.
There's more.
There's more. Last one. Oh no, he fucked it. Oh well. Don't worry. So Cork killed the one towards the exit, and now is going to run towards the exit.
Yep. That's fair enough.
Solid plan.
Yeah. Are you going to do opportunity?
No. I'll assume that you've all made it out through the door when it comes to your turns.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you find yourselves at the open area once more. As you sort of walk towards the steps itself, Obo notices another secret passage leading to the left. And I will let you know what's in that room. It is a sort of well. It's like the thing they use for christenings. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a pool, a font.
Oh, font.
A font.
That's full of water, standing beyond. And we shall leave it there because it's like past midnight. So,
Oof.
yeah.
Doesn't time fly when you're turning into a goat?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Thanks for that, Alan.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Anne. That was
Awesome.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, dear.
Just hold that for a sec.
We've gone round in a semicircle.
Yep.
I was doing the work of picking up the dead body. I mean, it was just a stick.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't pick up the thing myself.
It was just a boring plain stick that looked like a goat.
Yeah. Who was to know?
You drew me as a goat!
Absolutely. Cork diary.
That's beautiful.
I think this is better than my one.
Amazing.
So I had that when you had the pearl.
Oh, yep.
Very good, very good.
Yeah. So
Is this submit your goat Zagmira fan art?
Apparently, yeah.
We've
gone off on a bit of a tangent.
Oh, dear.
So big thank you to Alan for joining us. Thanks to Beadle and Grim
Thank you very much.
and Gale Force 9 for sponsoring us. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in and commented and liked and subscribed as well. So big thank you to everyone as well that's done that.
What's coming next week, Joe?
What's coming next week?
TPK.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't know. Keep annoying Zagmira. We're getting there.
So next Thursday is Rime of the Frost. No, not Rime of the Frostmaiden. Rise of the Runelords, even.
Yep.
And on
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
What?
Theme park. Hey, what?
So there's no painting Mondays. It's every other week, right?
It's every other week. Yep. But yeah, check us out. The Great British Brush Off, our brand new series. We launched it earlier in the week on Monday. Absolutely fantastic if you're into mini painting. We're doing 6 episodes every other week. So do check it out on YouTube. Remember to hit that bell, subscribe, and like everywhere you see it, and sub on Twitch, especially if you have Twitch Prime.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Is there anything else that I've missed with regards to what's coming up?
Yeah. Also, then, if you're not going to mention it, right? Next Friday, we've also got the second part of our Starfinder campaign, which is also new, and then after that is our next Monday. So go!
I didn't want to mention the Friday just in case, but yes, cool. See you next Thursday. So take care. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Alan. It was great to have you on.
Thank you, everybody.
See you all.
We're not.
Thank you,
We're
Alan.
not.
Thanks for having me.